and
Oh, well, let's
whatever.
well. All right, that's cool. Let's go to that scripture when it says molten glass. Let's go to that scripture.
And we have a hangout. But I think people are gonna join. I don't know. If they don't, they don't. But I think I got some peeps. I think some flat earthers actually. I think they were arguing flat Earth. Yeah, I think it's the Black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, what's up, Clam?
Okay, so what we're waiting for, right, from the opponent is it's in the back. Yeah. So he thinks that, you know how we think that there's a hard dome or whatever. Some people think it's curved. Some people think it's flat.
Right. I missed the whole conversation, I guess. So I was just doing my own show, actually.
The opponent, he used to teach about 4 or 5 months ago. He used to teach that the earth land was the firmament. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm just not hearing that he recently changed his doctrine to say that the clouds are the firmament. You know what I'm saying? So, man, if you call that a dome, that's crazy.
Yo, what's good? I'm Zaya. How would
KOJ.
You guys are live.
KOJ on YouTube.
We are live, by the way, so FYI, I don't want to upset
Hey, that's
anyone.
why we're here.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. I don't want anyone to be mad that they're being, because it says
We
off.
prefer live chat.
Hey,
We prefer live chat.
I know, but
Hey,
I need to inform people, you know what I mean?
what? It's Amaziah Howard. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah Ba'Shem and Mashiach Yahuwah Shai Baruch Atah to the Akyam Yasharala.
Oh, Did Michael go to bed? Is that what happened? Because I know that lookup.
Yeah, he passed out. Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning over there. So.
He was probably waiting for him to fall asleep so he could do that. That's what that guy is like. He's a known troll. I should have warned Michael about him, but I didn't, because I wanted to wait for him to do something, so that, he has evidence now.
He didn't believe Hank or Darth.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the thing is. I would have told him, but I figured, well, he's not going to believe. He's going to be like, so.
Yeah, he pouring bombs.
Yep.
I think that was a beautiful display we just had of everything that everybody was talking about when that kid started talking. The
first hangout I did,
Yeah.
he porn bombed me, though. Like, the first hangout I ever did, he porn bombed me, that same guy.
Damn.
So, he's not welcome.
They call it persona non grata, but I started thinking that way, and I was saying I think he's doing all of this to try to get his channel flagged, playing music and all types of shit. But he was so-called some intellectual, smart, nice kid, as you can see.
Put a strike on his channel.
I have a picture of him, but I'm not going to be that mean and show it.
Well, you should put it up. Put it up.
Put it up, please. You should post it in their hangouts.
That's mean.
I want to know who's responsible for trying to get a strike on the man's channel.
Okay.
Yeah, don't hold back. That's not snitching at all.
Are you sure? Because the guy says don't dox people.
You heard the man. He said, "Put it up, brother. Put it up."
In his
Let's
thing.
see. It's like.
No, you can't dock
Animaniacs.
people on Mike's channel. This your channel.
Right.
All right, I'll put his picture in my fucking hangout for you guys. Then what you guys do with it? Let's see here. Where is it?
This is gonna be. I'm waiting.
Everybody, man, got a strike.
I just clicked off the cam so I can go to your hangout right now. I'm
Damn
waiting.
it, where the fuck is my hangout? I'm trying to find
Bro,
it.
this could be pay-per-view.
What the fuck?
This is the news, man.
Okay,
Breaking
I found
news.
it. I got
Breaking
it.
news.
All right, I'm posting
A
it.
chump
You
exposed.
gotta pay me in Bitcoin. And this is a verbal.
Yeah, you guys are gonna really like this picture too.
This is a report of a verbal contract for Bitcoin in exchange for this picture.
You notice that hush monotone? There it is. There it is. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? There he is, hating the world because he can't get president. Look at him.
The guy that said he was a Native American.
There he is. I don't care about his race, but you can see in his eyes, like, that's a hateful motherfucker. Boy, you need some pussy so bad, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
I told you he was a mental patient.
Hey, P-Mars, you put your PayPal up. People you need to get some cheese for that one right there.
Man,
Like,
look, I seen him.
that's
Matter of
investigative journalism right there.
fact, matter of fact, though,
P-Mars, you need to get on CNN, MSNBC, all that shit.
This girl that he liked.
Here he is.
This girl that he liked had a crush on me, and she sent it to me.
hey,
No wonder he's pissed. Steaming. Hey, I don't know your name. It says claim. He's got the one with the.
No, it's me talking.
Oh, okay, my bad. You heard what I said.
Yeah.
This is why you ain't get on.
I'm trying to tell you something, but y'all talk every time I speak.
My
So
bad.
what I was saying was, I seen that guy in American Horror Story.
I knew it was one of those characters. I knew it. Man, It's always one of them characters.
He's a
look like the
douchebag.
Langoliers.
Which is.
Yeah, damn. What's that movie with the Scarecrow Man?
Believe, and you guys see me on camera. I have no homo, no half fag. Now I ain't talking about looks. Men don't do that. I'm talking the eyes, the vibe. You can look and see a hateful mother. That's a self-hating motherfucker right there. If you ever seen him.
Down the road.
Yeah, he just likes to ruin people's fun. Like, what the fuck? Who does that shit?
He's a scumbag. Period.
Are they laughing about it?
Yeah, he said that dude looked like he from Jeepers Creepers. He was like the first victim.
Now whoever you get that back to Kev and everybody and you when you listen to this tomorrow and you match that voice. If you could do the video and you match that voice with that face, and anybody will understand exactly what they're listening to.
Oh yeah. Just put it up anytime he talks.
Yo,
And you'll know
Pete,
exactly.
you made a mock video of yourself?
Yeah, I like to mock myself, self-deprecating
Okay.
humor.
Oh,
Nah, that's a mark of intelligence.
yeah, that's a small touch of emo, I guess.
Yeah, humility goes a long way.
Yes, sir, it does. I had to learn that the hard way as a young man.
But you looped it like 20 times though.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that was making fun of me with my head on his face and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I get a kick out of when people make fun of me, I guess. I think it's funny.
Yeah,
it's
very
like
insecure.
It's like a compliment, right?
I feel you on that. I'm the same way.
They're insecure, that's what it is.
That guy's a character. He's Looney Tunes. Oh my god, you're not allowed here.
What?
Well, you called him.
Was that the troll account?
was that
That was a troll account?
Yeah, that
That
was
was
the
American
dude.
Horror Story.
And what was that name? What was that name? Evil Latin?
Evil Edna.
Oh man, he's gonna come in 2 more counts.
Oh, I'll have to watch for him, I guess.
Damn.
Now you guys and the other channel are gonna have to get together and merge these vids because you guys exposed some hell of a shit unintentionally tonight.
Nah, it's all on the same. It's all on the same channel. P-Mars not only got more views, but he got a more professional setup. He lets everything be seen on his show. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
P.
The icons, and he puts up videos of shit, and he's constantly keeping up with the chats with the people in there chatting with him and shit. This shit is I like watching this shit.
But look, we do that with everybody we talk to because their spirit just can't get right. And Christ told us to
Can't get right.
Hold on. Christ said that his words were spirit, right? And that they were life too. Okay, so when we get to talking these words of spirit, it starts to do something to them, dude.
For real.
And so
You see
them
why the
them
opponent
demons,
never showed up over here.
them demons start to get restless and try to jump up off of them. Because when they hear the word, they got to go instantly anyway. So these guys would rather keep the demons, but they don't understand that it's demons on them. They think it's just like their theories and philosophies and ideologies. So we're sitting there slowly crushing them down. Like yesterday, I read plenty of Darwin's own notes and paperwork, and even his own personal journal, saying that if his theory existed, theory of evolution, you should have transitional fossils every damn where you go. You should be finding the change in kind, right? But he couldn't show us one. He tried to show us Homo habilis, astrolo. What was it? It's like basically a astroloid skull, but it's mixed with other artifacts, other different skulls of different species, such as Neanderthals and Homo sapiens as well. So, you know what I mean? They just pieced this thing together, and he tried to bring it out as if it was a transitional fossil evidence when you can clearly see that those are different pieces to that skull.
I mean, you get no argument from me. I'm just, so you say a very true thing.
Yeah, no, he's been taking L's. That's what I'm saying. He's done nothing but take L's since he got back here.
One thing I like to bring up about Darwin with people is he interbreeded with this family called the Wedgwoods, because I guess that was the common practice at the time. Like the wealthy kept the money in the family, and they would often like marry their cousins and stuff. But it's kind of humorous because now today we know that
blue balls make blue bloods.
That's bad for genetics, right? But he's considered the godfather.
Well, he's a saint. Yeah, in their mind, he's a saint. But whatever. What he just said, he said a true thing, speaking from a spiritual standpoint and a reality-based standpoint. For me, a believer, it is demonic. But what I try to do, since I know even when you identify them, they get pissed. Like when you call a liar, nothing makes them more pissed off. You call a scumbag, they get pissed off.
That's why.
So what I try to do,
truth isn't popular.
Yeah, right. And what I try to do is I try to narrow it to what even they can't deny. And this is why I say sentiment, because when I'm saying sentiment, we know what the definition is, and whenever they hear sentiment, their other ears, the ears of their host that has that rusty hook in their jaw, it doesn't hear sentiment. It hears me say demonic. And that's why as soon as you say sentiment, that on its face, diction, the word, you shouldn't get pissed off. But they know exactly what the fuck I'm saying when I say that. They know where they get that sentiment from, and he's right. The guy that just said that, he's right. It is demonic.
One of Darwin's it was his nephew, I think. It was the next million years. This guy, let's see, I think it was Sir Charles Galton Darwin Jr. wrote the book the next million years, and the whole book is about how they calls the human animal the human species an animal that the elite need to domesticate and train on how to be slaves. Basically, if you read this book in between the lines, it's pretty horrifying. The thought of where this whole theory of evolution came from, and I guess modern science has proven through DNA and genetics that there is evolution, but there's no real fossil proof of it. I'm more of a creationist.
Any more? Well, what I like one of the things I've learned to like is how the Creator will say, or it's said of him, God doesn't change. Same today as he was always. With them, there's a 2.0. It's like iPhones with them. Every season there's a new version. So when you point that out to them, they get pissed. When you say, "Hey, quote unquote Saint Darwin, did you bother to read the culminating chapter of his infamous work? Did you bother to read the title of his culminating chapter?" Paraphrasing, it's something. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead. My bad.
No, it's cool. I know we're going in the same direction. You know exactly what I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, you just had me thinking, man. But I was gonna say, even with computers, right? Evolution doesn't work that way. Like when you look at the evolution of software evolution, it doesn't work that way. Every program is gonna do exactly what it was meant to do. Eventually, you'll get
precisely.
upgrades.
But the culminate we.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I was about to say, let me mute my mic. You get upgrades, right? And then sometimes you get new features. But that program is always going to do exactly what it was designed to do. It never changes the whole program. You know what I mean? Your RPG is not going to turn into Microsoft Word one day.
Gotcha. It's just, to me, in very layman's terms, and plain talk, when you look at the word culmination, just like when you learned how to write essays as a kid, anything, and the summation, the end point of what you're saying, when you tie everything together, your entire thesis, everything. This is how any literary work is, scientific fiction, otherwise. When you look at Saint Darwin and you look at the culminating work, the culminating chapter, the last chapter of his most infamous work, what's it titled? And they know that, and you'll see them literally get pissed off in the face. And
I don't know, what is it? This is killing me.
It's paraphrasing. It's something to the effect of problems with the theory. And I say paraphrasing only because that's not exact, but I ain't too far off. You can Google it right now.
Gotcha.
And it's called Problems with the Theory. This is what they present Darwin in a way in which I'm sure wherever he is right now, or we can't say hell or heaven, wherever he is right now, I guarantee this is what they mean by rolling in the grave. It's just like politics. Before I was born and everything, everybody who was against whatever the far right thought, you're a commie, you're a commie, you're a commie. McCarthyism never left with them, you're a commie. And then I look today, 2017, and I'm a middle-aged man now, and these motherfuckers are goose-stepping for the Kremlin. They love Putin. They got the head so far up his ass, and he's KGB. It was his job in the 60s and 70s to gleefully put names on that wall in the Vietnam Memorial. Yet these bastards, that doesn't matter to them. It's the same thing in this religious argument. Like, they don't, if you say the person that you have essentially deified, Darwin, if I tell you that if he looked at you, he wouldn't recognize you, and he would call you an idiot. He wouldn't agree with anything you idiots are talking about. You tell that to them, and they look like that picture of that champion you just put on. Pissed. Like, they get mad.
I love you, P. Mars. I fucking love you, dude. I fucking love you, P. Mars.
Oh my god.
Don't leave me, P. Mars. I never meant to hurt you.
This guy's fiction.
I never meant to hurt you.
Oh my god.
What do they say? A picture says 1,000 words.
That's my model, okay? The Earth's not flat. The Earth's not a globe. It's obviously an oblong phalloid. Fucking wake up.
Well, you know something? Neil deGrasse Tyson disagrees with you. He says that it's pear-shaped.
Well, my dick is pear-shaped. That's what I'm saying.
We got David Weiss. David Weiss on the panel.
Well, that's fantastic. I just wanted to come in and tell you I miss you, boo.
Yeah.
And that I think you're great, and I'm sorry if I hurt your heart. I love you.
Okay.
Jesus
That's
Christ. What do I say? Girlfriends.
I have no
I
idea.
really need girlfriends. I'm telling you, this is essentially what it is with them.
He enjoyed that.
Oh, fuck.
They need girlfriends big time.
He enjoyed that.
Big time.
Look,
It's so far gone with that generation and with them types that, like, they don't even realize it. Like, it.
P. Mars is tickled.
Well,
A man just told him.
I predict in the future a lot of midlife suicides for the first time we've ever seen. We're going to see a big tick in about 10, 15 years when they all start crossing 30 and shit. Suddenly, everyone's going to be offing themselves.
P. Mars is
The
gay.
bullshit can go but for so far.
P. Mars is homo. Confirmed. Yep, you're right. Good lord. That was a flat earther who I was pissed at because he strawmanned me so many
Clearly.
times. I
Half
guys,
bad,
I'm kind of mad at flat Earth right now because
It sounded like a breakup.
I think, well, I don't know, man. Like, I'm sick of flat Earth people. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to say. Like, he goes on these shows with people who talk about flat Earth that have a lot of viewers, and he doesn't check them when it's got. Are you with me? Lived it like that. Flat Earth has got to be the huge lie. Right?
I am like, if there was such a thing, 1,000% in agreement. Like, if there was such a thing, I mean, I totally agree. I get what you're saying, but I take it a little deeper. It's not just religious with me. Like the other panel that the guys let me on, their topic, their title was religion and politics or something like that.
Right.
And I tie it together in my mind because I say to myself, as I review history and politics, ideology, how it developed, I have never seen or studied a time like we're living in today.
Isn't it crazy?
In which truth itself is going to become this year, especially first time. This is year 0. It's going to become an insult. I think the flat Earth shit. I think a lot of the really, really ratchet political ideologies that lead to every form of evil we've seen, and they try to downplay it. You got people doing open Nazi salutes after a U.S. presidential election. I think all of that shit is tied in together. And the Bible even speaks of it's willful ignorance and delightfully hateful. When people tell you in 2017, when I think a gentleman Thomas, he put in the other chat, the live feed where you see the ISS spinning the world. When people will tell you this with a straight face to this today, the world is flat, and if you don't believe me, fuck you. These are the same people. They're the same people, just like Ben Carson. When slaves were immigrants, you don't believe me, fuck you.
Let's get down to business.
They're all the same. Like,
you do realize
they hate truth.
Hold on. You do realize that you're dissing us live on air, right?
What?
I just did a whole show. I think
It's
the
like, hold on.
I'm not dissing you.
Hold on. You just threw in like a Mike Tyson size sneak.
Sneak? I'm not dissing you. I'm talking about.
I'm saying that's what it's gonna sound like on live. I know you the brother and all. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show you our standpoint.
Oh, okay. Well, let me be very. Hold on. You guys can't see the grays. But hold on a second.
I was letting you go in, but P. Mars was enjoying that because he obviously had a bad relationship with a flat earther. And he was enjoying your rant.
Well, my rant is an old man's rant, so let me be clear with this internet stuff. I'm clearly not going at you or any of the guys who have me on the other panel. Now, if you happen to believe in flat Earth or something, then obviously it's attributed to that line of thinking, you as well. But I'm not,
Okay, so
I'm
let
not
me
no
let me
fucking turncoat or
let me
nothing.
show you. Let me show
I'm
you.
not going at you. What I'm specifically
Oh,
talking
that's
to
cool.
was
That's
that
cool. That's cool.
I was
Because
talking to
my
that
well, look,
character that he.
well before the learning all the science and stuff like that, my flat Earth knowledge came from the Bible. Because when I started, actually, it took me a while. But when I
I
was
don't know
18,
how
I
that could be,
started.
bro. I
Hold on,
really
listen,
don't.
listen. Even when I was young, and I would look at the Bible and read it, right? In Genesis, let me show you, right? Even when I still believed in the globe, I believed that outer space was water. And I'm gonna show you why. Hey, now, P. Mars,
What's up?
can you put the pictures that I posted in the back chat on the screen so the people can see it?
Yep.
Because I want them to understand where we're coming from.
Yep.
Okay, because
I'll
this is deep.
put it right there.
Okay, so
You can explain it to me plainly, brother.
hold on.
I'll listen, but
I'm reading the scripture. So in Genesis 1 and 2 it says, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of Yahuwah moved upon the face of the waters." Okay, so it says the earth was without form. Now water has no form. Okay,
that's why he
so
said moved
this
upon
was
the
earth.
spirit of the deep.
This is hold on, brother. Look, just listen to my explanation. Hold on. Okay, so earth, right, was formless, okay, and it was water. So we know that when he creates the dry land, he also calls the dry land earth, but he created something preceding that actually is the earth, because in the beginning, the Elohim created the heaven and the earth, right? So heaven and earth both were water, and when you look at the Hebrew word shemayim, right, it contains the root word water, mayim, which is water, okay. So then when we go into what do you I would when you let's see it. Let's go down to hey
We
P
got
Mars, you gonna put that up on the screen?
we have Genesis 1:6 on screen. God said, "Let there be firmament amidst the
Okay, so
the
yeah,
waters."
right there, right. And Elohim said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Okay, and Elohim made the firmament, and the firmament. Oh, Salakia. And Elohim made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Okay, so can you is it on the actual definition of the word? Let's get the definition of the word
Yeah,
rakia in
I
the
have
Hebrew,
that on
which is
to
firmament.
part of speech, masculine noun, Reiki, right?
Rakia.
Rakia.
Okay, so can you read the definition on that?
Extended surface, expanse, firmament.
Keep
Basically,
going.
firmament, a vault of heaven supporting waters above.
Why did you skip the whole the
Expanse
okay, read
as
after
flat.
expanse. Read A. Read
Okay,
line A.
expanse, flat as base support. I guess yeah, that's your
Okay,
best.
so
Yeah, I see why you.
and it's
Yeah.
also a solid. It is believed by the ancient Hebrews to be supporting the waters above, and as a solid. And it tells you right there in the definition of the word on blue letter. Okay, so then when we go through the scripture, right, that was the second day, right, when he created the firmament and divided the waters from the waters. So when you look at the word Salaki, let's go back, right. So in Genesis chapter 7, it says, "And Elohim made the firmament and divided the waters which were under," right? When you see that word for under, it's you see which word is ma tahat in the Hebrew. Okay, so that word tahat also means flat. Okay, it also means in lieu of. Okay, so it says he divided the waters which were under the firmament, right? Because rakia in the Hebrew comes first. Rakia ma tahat. Okay, in lieu of the firmament, right? That's what the word for under is in the Hebrew. Okay, so he made them flat unto the firmament. And we know anytime you pour water in something, it maintains its level. All right. So this is a complete split, and it's something that's solid. All right. So then when we go into uh, Genesis chapter 1 and 9, because you'd also say that heaven would have to be right about the same size as earth, right? Because as above, so below. Because the first thing was all waters. Heaven, earth was water, right? So in Genesis 1 and 9 says, and Elohim said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. Okay, so again in Genesis 1 and 9, it says, let the waters under. Under is tachat, right, which also means flat. Be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. Okay, Adamah, the dry land, the ground, Adamah. And the Elohim called the Adamah Aretz, which is earth. And the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And Elohim saw that it was good, Tob. All right. So all throughout there, it's telling you about flat objects, flat surfaces. You never build anything on a ball, ever, anywhere in life. Okay. The other scripture the brother used, let's see here, Isaiah 40 and 22, right? We clearly explained how that was a circle all throughout that scripture. Throughout the definition of the word kug in the Hebrew, you find the word circuit. Okay, just like we try to explain to people that the sun runs along a circuit above the earth. The equator, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, these are all different paths that the sun runs along. Okay, but they think it's some imaginary line that has absolutely nothing to do with the ball that's all spinning in the same direction. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 40, right? And get this out. Okay, so Isaiah 40 and 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof is grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain. Okay? You ever seen a curtain that looks like a ball? And spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Okay? You don't put tents on a ball either.
Oh, man.
You don't have a tent that looks like a sphere. Now the word
If I could.
bait, hold on, bait,
Yo,
it means tent. And bait is also the second letter in the Hebrew Aleph Bait.
let Liv to talk. You've been on the mic a while. All right.
All right, go ahead on your thoughts on that.
So, again, this is not going at you, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But I don't read it that way. I think I'm struggling not to say spin, because I know you know what spin is. And that's what that. Yeah, because that's what that character was doing. But that is some real heavy spin there, champ. And I'll just say from my understanding, I see correlations and I see connections between the ancient texts and what we continue to learn in science today. So when I see stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, what I think of is how we now learned of the expanding universe. That it seems that what we observe in beyond the stars, it appears that things are spreading out like a curtain. Obviously, those who ascribe to the Transformer myth say, see, that's, the Big Bang. I don't want to go off in that direction. What I'm just saying is, what I read is that the ancient texts of these people who were so-called so backwards, they knew the world was round millennia before Christopher Columbus. And when they said the expansion of the universe, this knowledge was given them before a telescope was created. And now, in the 20th and 21st century, I find confirmation of that ancient text. And as far as the world being flat, there are human beings in space as we speak, spinning around world. That's all. I go off of that. I think the ancients even looked at a round moon, and I'm sorry, like to me, it's not theory. That's hardcore scientific fact. That's the part of science that I love. This is fact. The world is round, and
brother.
But hold on. Let me just say it real quick.
He said that, I want to address what he said because
sure.
He said that I put a spin on something, right? So are you able to see
No, I'm
the
not saying that. I'm saying I was struggling not to say spin because I know
well,
you know what spin is.
hold on, let's go with the information that was brought forth, which was the definition from the Bible, the same Bible that you read. So the definition, and you use the word expanse. You said you believe everything is an expanse. So why is it that the very first word that means expanse in the Bible is also the very first word in the Bible that means flat? And that it also means that it's a solid. So that's not a spin, brother. That's reading
I'm
the
sorry, I cut
scriptures.
out, man. I didn't even hear you.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it again. Okay, so you said you believe everything's an expanse. Okay, so the very first word in the Bible that means expanse is also the very first word in the Bible that means flat and solid.
So what you could do is you could rewind the 20, 30 seconds or a minute, 2 minutes and see that's not what I said. What I said was I believe the word.
Expanse and that it's spreading out as a curtain. So what curtains have you seen that are spherical? But that's
Okay.
beyond the
Well,
matter.
okay. So now this is clearly.
No, listen. Just listen,
Well,
bro.
I'm listening, but you want me to explain or?
Okay, can you not talk over me, please? Just
All right.
listen to my questions. I want you to look closely at the information that I'm presenting. Go look at the definition of the word firmament, which is rakiah. It's in the Bible. You know the Hebrew language just like everybody else knows. The Hebrew language is the language that the Bible was written in. Okay, so I understand and study this language very deeply and in depth. And I know that it works exactly like chemistry. Okay, so nobody's going to tell me that H2O is not water because I know that water is always going to be H2O all the time. And nobody's going to tell me that NH3 is water because I know it's nitrite. So, you know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
listen, okay, so you feel where I'm coming from, right? Ammonia, right? Nobody's going to tell me that
I
that's
understand where you're coming from. I don't agree with you, but I do understand where you're coming from.
the Hebrew language works in the exact same way. Okay, so when I see a word, I know what it means by the choice in letters because each one of those letters is an individual word, right, with its own meaning. And I also see the bilateral root words because Hebrew is
Can you
made
hear
of
me?
bilateral and trilateral roots. So you have two-letter words, which is a strange
Roger
concept
that.
for Americans when you mention two-letter words. Okay, so this is like I said, it's just like chemistry because every individual element on the periodic table is its own element, but it can combine with other elements to make chemicals,
Okay.
right? So when you see the word firmament, right, which is rakia, resh, kuf, yod, ayin. Okay, those are the letters that make up that word. Okay, so resh, kuf, or R and Q, that's where they got it from. Rock means to beat out or to hammer something out. Okay, so this is the first word in the Bible that means flat. And it's also the first word in the Bible that means expanse. And also the first word in the Bible that means solid. Because
I
it's telling you all those things.
okay.
Hold on.
So
It's telling you, hold on, just like in chemistry, when you see something in your chemistry book, right? Say if you see a chemical in the book somebody's using in a picture, right?
I'm just saying you don't have to qualify all of this. I follow where you're going. You don't have to qualify any of your remarks. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so listen, hold on. I'm about to wrap it up and let you talk. But I want you to look closely at that definition and explain to me how what I was saying was a spin on the Bible. Okay, but what I'm saying is it's giving a description of a thing and telling you what the thing is and what it's made out of. That's chemistry, brother.
Well, I believe you're reading into. Well, luckily he said this is live, and I think he records them. You can like I'm on my phone directly on Hangouts. I can't see YouTube. While I'm speaking, you don't even got you can go back to when I started and you'll hear exactly what I said. I
You
call it
there?
spin.
Okay, so
Yeah, you guys can't hear me, right?
I want you to look at the definition.
And
All Yeah, he broke up.
Okay,
But
so what I was saying.
hold on.
Wait,
Can you just look at the definition?
Wait, dude, you just talked for a long time. Let him finish. He just broke up. He didn't stop talking.
It's all right. I mean, it's all right.
Win.
It's all right. I'm not going there.
All right.
Like
if you turn off,
I said, I think I'm understood.
If you turn your camera off, you might have better connection with
audio.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it is. Let's see if you're right. I think it's the cam that's fucking up my whole thing.
Yeah, the cam.
Is that a little better?
We'll see if you talk for a while. I guess.
Yeah. Can you hear me pretty clear?
Yeah, you sound a little bit better.
Yeah, well, I only use the camera at times for integrity purposes, so that you know what I mean. Like you see a man, you know what I'm saying? Like not, I feel like I have to do that because I'm easily misunderstood. Here's a perfect example.
Oh, for sure.
So I never said, I never said that you are spinning. What I said was I'm struggling not to call it spin. That's a mark of maturity, meaning I was starting to feel or hear spin, and I said, let me not make that charge. So.
Okay,
you
so
can
I'm
rewind.
asking you to look. I'm asking you to read the definition.
I'm responding, champ. Like I'm responding. I'm not attacking you.
He didn't interrupt you, so you should give him the same courtesy.
I'm not attacking you. Like I'm not going to. I met you on the other panel. Like I know you're reasonable, so I wouldn't chop you at the knees. What I'm trying to say is this: I believe that the word of God is true, and I believe in proven science. And what I believe is science is secondary in discovery. Meaning what? Meaning to me, science as it advances winds up confirming what the ancient texts alluded to or directly said. And when I see in Isaiah, it said that the heavens are rolled out as a curtain, paraphrasing what it says, but you guys know that verse and everything. When I see that, when I read that, I think of what we now know of as the expansion of the cosmos, what we actually see with our own eyes, through time lapse, obviously, but this is what Hubble and all the other scientific data has shown us, that the cosmos is expanding. So I believe that that is confirmation of the ancient texts. I don't think they go against each other at all. And as far as the world being round, yes, I have eyes. Like we have human beings spinning it right now. Like this is what I believe. I don't get into any more. I don't really, I'll listen, but I don't really have much else to contribute beyond that.
I've gotten way deep into flat Earth society. I know all these arguments, like inside and out. It's like
I don't even go there because at a certain point, it's like nothing you can do.
Yeah, I'm about to read the definition in the back chat. Okay.
But
definition is for rakia. Okay, it's a masculine noun. The root word is rock. Okay. Okay, now it says it's an extended surface. It's a solid. Okay. So space is not solid. It's an expanse. Okay. You might think of a space in it as an expanse. That's what most people think of it as. And it's the firmament. Okay. It's an expanse. It is flat as a base, and it's used for support. It's a firmament of the vault of heaven supporting the waters above the firmament, considered by Hebrews as solid and supporting the waters above the firmament. So globe ballers can't explain, biblical ballers cannot explain what their firmament is.
Couldn't there be like a firmament sphere surrounding the Earth that prevents us from going beyond low Earth orbit or something?
See, that would be like a snow globe.
Right, but what our point is that the Bible says that there's something in between the Earth's surface and the atmosphere that is hard. Okay, so now the other descriptions of the firmament say that it's made of sapphire and it looks like molten glass. Okay, so this is well understood from the Bible. Okay, so it says that it's blocking, it's separating the water below and the earth from the water above. Okay, so that y'all call outer space. So that's the point of saying that. So this is basically for the biblical ballers. You know what I'm saying? So it should be easier for us to convince biblical ballers, but it's not, because they don't believe the Bible.
And see, that's what I try not to do. I try not to
brother,
to go.
Brother, say this right quick, because I was letting him go in on the definition because you wouldn't read it for some reason. So you trust the white man's Nazi NASA that they have your best interest at heart, okay? And you trust them more than the scriptures when Christ says that the Holy Spirit will lead us into all truths. And it says right there, believed by the Hebrews. So you're saying that the ancestors were dumb. You see what I'm saying? It says believed by the Hebrews.
So at this point, like, because that's directly insulting what you're saying.
Hold on, listen, brother.
You're insulting me.
Hold on, I can show you scriptures in the Bible that
Hold on, but you're insulting me.
Listen real closely. Okay.
I just listened. You insulted me directly.
Information come out. Let the information come out, brother. This is a flat. Hold on, let the information come out. I didn't try to insult you at all.
Oh shit.
All right, so listen.
Holy shit.
Okay, I can show you in the scriptures, right, where the flat earth or the Salakia, the rocky eye or the firmament is described as sapphire. Ezekiel said it was the color of the terrible crystal. Okay, so then when you go into the book of Revelation, you see that there's a sea of glass as the Most High's floor, and that it's also made of sapphire.
We have communication problems.
Heaven and earth, the earth, in the very first book, after they were created, they were split apart by this sapphire floor.
Why don't you let Lived It talk? Because he says he.
I just learned something here. See, I'm new to this middle age, and I'm kind of new to this hangout shit. But I thought I was talking to a different type person, and I see. Once again, I've made a fucking mistake.
No, brother, I'm trying to get you.
No, I'm not your brother. First of all, if I am what you said, where I'm falling into Aryan Nazi shit. And suddenly I see NASA as Nazi. I know who Werner von Braun is. You heard me, and you see my Google Plus. Marine for real, New York for real, black guy, grew up in a Spanish household in an all-Italian neighborhood at the time. Don't sideways me with. Hold on, because you took this somewhere else. This was a reasonable.
I muted him so you can
discussion.
Talk.
This was a reasonable discussion about science and God Almighty. He's a Hebrew Israelite. He knows, because he spoke to me last time, and that even though I don't ascribe to what you guys believe in, I just say, hey, you know what? You fear God Almighty, okay. They're waving the flag. Got to work it out. It's not my place. God don't need my help. And we had good discussion last time. And earlier today, before we came on to this channel. So when I hear that sideways thought, you're throwing a dart at a full-grown man. You tell me I'm some type of coon. Tell me I'm some type of coon or something. That's real sideways. That's real slick. That's real greasy. And that changes the way I see shit. I'm not mad. Cool.
So the scriptures
is what it is. Now I fucking know. I can't really hear much else you got to say now.
The scriptures are sideways.
Be honest.
Okay, so the Bible is sideways.
No. What you just said was sideways. Don't see.
So the definition.
Listen. Don't start braiding this. You just can't. No. Slow your roll for a second. I'll let you talk.
Scientists are accurate.
Whatever. So I let him talk.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on, champ. You don't get to throw darts. and then say,
I
hold
muted,
on.
I muted him so you can talk. 'Cause
Oh,
he
God,
did
when
talk
you
for a
get
long
to
time, and you were patient, so I'm gonna let you talk for a little bit.
I don't understand. Damn, like now here's a guy. Here's a guy who I was talking to. I come onto their panel yesterday, and I can't say everyone because you're the only one to say this, you know. But I come onto their panel, and I know who the Israelites are to a point. I live in New York. I remember the characters and the costumes in 42nd Street and all that. I know. And yet, what did I do? I didn't attack them or anything. I say, hey, you believe in God? Fine. We're flying the same flag anyway. And now here's this sideways shit. We can't talk about anything else really in a realistic fashion. To me, we can't talk about God,
Oh shit, we lost him.
the knees, and being told that I'm not a real fucking person. So I believe in what I see in NASA. Therefore, I ascribe to Nazism. Do you know you're talking to a U.S. Marine? You do know this. My thing's online. People know me. What are you fucking talking about? See, this is what I'm. This is why. Now, this is why. When I was a kid, and I heard them popping at the gums with all of that shit, I do this because they're fucking. You see, this is one.
All right, I'll unmute you now.
Brother, we can rewind. And you can't call me brother if you think of someone like that. But everybody can rewind. He said this is live, right? So just go back and hear your own words, like you're in court, just like you're in court. You know, you can go back and see exactly what you said. You'll hear your own voice.
Because he found out the Earth was flat in the Bible.
It's all right. It's all right.
Because he found out the Earth was flat, and that Nazi NASA makes lies. I never said you were not. I said
cool,
the Nazi.
man. Like, hey. I understand. Okay. I really do.
Well, listen. No, it's not your fault that you didn't know that they were started by the Nazis.
It ain't my fault at all. It ain't my fault.
Nobody said that you subscribe to Nazism because you believe NASA. What I'm saying is, who would you believe, NASA or the Bible?
Wow.
The Bible definition. Hold on. The Bible definition says that Bakia is a solid object.
All right, my man. Well,
hold on. We just listened to you rant. I'm actually trying to put out information.
I didn't rant. And to call what I said a rant is disrespectful to a full-grown man. A full-grown man took offense to what he was called and what he was said, and you called me calling out the offense that a full-grown man got after someone he thought was reasonable, and you call my response a rant? That's equivalent to say I'm just bitching. I'm no bitch, bro. And I hear what you're saying. Look, I hear what you're saying. All right, I get you.
No, I'm saying that I was trying to provide you with some research on our outlook on things, but you got upset instead of just providing information.
That's called righteous anger.
No, it's not righteous at all.
Okay.
All the scripture sideways.
Well, I'll listen, and maybe you should have a dialogue with someone else. I'll fall back because clearly I misunderstood. I misunderstood all this shit, so I'm gonna fall back.
Okay, go good. Fall back so I can talk now. Okay, so you called the definition out the Bible sideways and said that I was coming at you sideways, but it doesn't surprise me because they also call Christ the devil. So I'm not like in contention with you, but you don't understand that. Now, as you can clearly see, okay, he said that I said that he subscribes to Nazisms. I never said that. Okay, I said that he's subscribing to Nazi scientists at NASA. Okay, I didn't assume whether or not he knew that they were started by the Nazis or not. Okay, because a lot of people don't know that. But we told him earlier that we made a video about it. Okay, so they're a group of liars. They've never been to outer space. Okay, the thermosphere is 3,632 degrees and rising, and there's no metal that can withstand that type of heat. Period. No metals that they use to make rocket ships or anything. So I'm coming with strict information. I don't come with all the jibber jabber and the bullshit. I come with the information, bro. I come with the Bible. So if you're saying that I'm talking sideways, I'm reading scriptures. So what are you hearing? So something is about what I'm saying is upsetting and bothering your spirit. real deeply, and it doesn't even really make sense. You know what I mean? Like I said, like you're either gonna subscribe to the word of the Most High or to the word of a group of liars that have enslaved your people. Okay, you can only have one master. You can't serve two masters. Okay, and the only master that NASA serves is their own pockets. They've never done anything for black people or anybody, period. They've never done anything but get people killed. Everybody that went on an Apollo mission has died in some strange way.
Wow. Wow. Well, there you have it, folks.
Case closed.
A lot of other NASA astronauts died too.
The thing is, okay, sorry, my bad. I don't want to cut you off. You haven't said much. My bad, Claim. I'm sorry, Claim.
Okay, and so this is not the only industry that has strange deaths that's extremely dangerous to be an employee as. Okay, so in 2015, 2016, thousands of bankers died. That's a very dangerous industry to work in. Also, hundreds,
Very true. Very true.
hundreds of holistic health doctors died mysteriously in that same time frame. That's a very dangerous industry to work in. With the astronauts, they were dying. Like the whistleblowers were dying. So, what are they covering up? Why are these industries so dangerous? It seems like a cop would die at a greater rate than these guys because they face the gun all the time, but they don't die. What's the deal with that? What are they covering up?
There's definitely weird stuff about NASA. We have Lisa Nowak, who wears a pair of diapers and drives, 3 states to kill her ex-boyfriend she's obsessed with.
You remember that chick?
What, ran them over about 5 times, right?
And then for people who are on the Freemason tip, you have all the NASA astronauts that have been in space are Masons. Like 50% of the presidents are Masons. There's that. But the thing is, with concerning the flat Earth, you don't need NASA to prove the flat Earth. We knew the Earth was flat before NASA, round.
Yeah, but today is different from 500 years ago. Before, you know what I'm saying? Before NASA, okay, there wasn't the ability to fool so many people at the same time. Okay, so now we have technologies that make information just fly around the world so super fast that you can just throw up a hoax right quick. You know what I mean? Shoot assets in a green screen room and put it on air for live broadcasting. Never see a plane in the ISS video. Never see boats in the ISS video. Never see birds. Never see lightning. Okay, come on now. There should be storms all over the ISS, but you will never see that shit. It rains all the time.
I've seen lightning, but I don't think you should be able to see planes because it's way high in the atmosphere compared to a plane. And we have video of a U-2 spy plane going up 70,000 feet, and it shows curve, but then the flat earthers debunk it.
Tops out at 70,000.
Yeah, and the flat earthers debunk it because they're like, oh, the cockpit is curved, so that's why it looks curved. And I don't think that's very fair.
You say it's a fisheye lens, and you deny the fisheye lens effect. That's no
what
problem.
I'm saying, like...
You don't think fisheye lenses curves things. That's just great. That's fine.
But then we
do know that fisheye lenses curve things because in the hood we have fisheye lenses as our peephole.
Well, yeah.
So when we see the people in the peephole and we see the street curved out in front of us, knowing that it's straight, we know that the fisheye lens curves things.
But we can also see the curve. We can measure the curve. Flat earthers say the water level is flat, but we have tides, so that debunks that.
Okay, so could you do the equation for curvature on 80 miles?
No, I'm not a scientific person. I'm just someone who's sort of looked at all the debates and witnessed flat earthers get destroyed in every debate. Yeah.
Pull up a curvature calculator.
Google Earth curve calculator.
God damn it.
Are you stuck?
I'm not good at this stuff, but alright. I will.
We got to be easy on him. He's going through a breakup right now.
Someone come on the panel who knows about the curve. Mr. B, I'm looking at you.
We're talking to B Mars. We're live on.
Some smart person come on. Okay.
No one can save you. No one can save you.
Google
Let's go with the curvature calculator.
curvature
You don't believe in
calculator.
God. No one can save you.
Please save me, Jesus, from these flat earthers.
The truth will set you free, B Mars. So go to the curvature calculator so we can calculate physics and calculate the truth.
Okay, let's
What's
see.
the truth from falsehoods? Let's rightly divide the word of
Emath, there's emathhelp.com.
curvature calculator.
No, Google Earth curve calculator, and then just click on any one of them. There's 1,000 of them. I can't find it. I'm a computer genius, but I can't find it.
I'm not. What? When did I say I was a computer genius? I maintain I'm an idiot.
know that.
Metabunk Earth curve.
Trying to get me out here.
Metabunk. Dizzy B GitHub Earth curve calculator GitHub's page. I don't know what the fuck.
It doesn't matter which one you pick.
Visual line of sight calculations. Earth curve calculator app. Android apps. I can't. I don't know. I'm not on Android. What is the point of this? 8 inches per mile. However,
put it up on the screen.
So 80, type in as if it were 80 miles.
He doesn't know what you're talking about. You got to show it to him.
it would be
Not a true flat earther. He just got in the flat earth community to make friends.
640 inches.
No,
No?
incorrect. Put it up on the screen so we can show you.
Shit.
Screen share.
Did you guys link to it?
Screen share.
Alright. Where's that shit?
You're Michael Jackson eating popcorn for 5 hours.
Screen share.
Alright. I'm screen sharing. That's not right. There we go.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm using.
Earth.
Oh, fuck. Did I just exit it out? God damn it!
Like you don't know what's going on.
I just exited it
go
out.
back.
God damn it. Okay. Earth curve calculator. Okay.
click one.
Oh, God.
Which one? The top
Pick
one?
one, dude. Anyone, dude, don't matter.
Okay, here.
Click eye height.
Metric. Imperial feet.
Type in 6 feet.
Okay. 80.
Look at this. Calculate. I'll go down to the hump.
Okay, so ships can see a lighthouse 80 miles away. Alright, but you're trying to see 80 miles away. A ship can see a lighthouse. But you're trying to say that there's a what's that?
No,
I got
3,953 feet. Hump in between.
4,000 feet, roughly.
4,000.
3 miles.
There's a 4,000 feet high hump in between this line of sight. You wouldn't be able to see no. Ain't
But
no 4,000 foot.
the
Ain't
light-
no 4,000. The tallest lighthouse in America is in North Carolina. I know this shit. Ain't no fucking 4,000 foot lighthouse, dude. That's 400 stories.
Man, so there's a 4,000 foot hump of water between the lighthouse and the ship. Hey, B Mars.
There's a few things going on there, really. Oh, wait.
So let's look at the distance from California to Hawaii. Pull that up and then type it in on the calculator so we can see the curvature on the distance between California to Hawaii. I'm not saying you can get it. I'm just saying I want to know how much water is between that space because it's curving. So I want to see the amount of the curve.
Almost 2,500 miles.
2471. Type that in.
Okay. 6 feet height?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay, of course.
You're not going to be able to see there. It's too far away.
That's,
Let's go.
Scroll up.
Is that
dude.
right?
You know what the fuck? We just did the same thing. Is it right? It's a fucking calculator, dude. It's smarter.
Is it
than
even fucking working?
It'll take 50 times till it works. Right now.
'Cause it still says 3 miles.
Yeah, now you got
Oh,
3
wait.
million. Shut up. You got 3,729,000 feet of water hump in between those two. You know how fucking tall that is? How many feet are in a mile?
It says 379,000.
No, it says 3 million.
Oh, yeah. Does it? Yeah, it does. It does. The screen is really small. So that's a lot higher than any plane could ever dream of flying. So where's all this water on these plane trips? What kind of planes do they have to take you from California to Hawaii that can fly over 3 million feet high when they fly at 30,000 feet? And a U-2 spot plane, as we explained earlier, topped at 70,000 feet and will stall out and fall out the sky. And you'll be lucky to stay alive.
Was it roughly 50,000 feet in a mile? That's probably about 600 miles high.
7 times higher than a plane could fly. Okay, so P. Mars, you believe that the Earth is curved, right? And this is the math for curvature.
You're right.
This is the math that you'll use in school to calculate curvature. Okay. This is geometric units. So you believe that there's a hump of water between California to Hawaii that's over 3 million feet high.
Yep.
I gotta work in the
Are you serious? That's your final answer?
I guess so. I mean,
Okay,
I'm not good on
How
science.
did they get over that hump of water? How did they get over it?
I'm not good on the science. I just know that the Earth is
Are
definitely
we
a sphere.
actually riding in space shuttles and they're putting passengers to sleep on planes?
People used to say in when they flew concave or the Concorde planes.
Re-entering Earth
Concave
orbit every
planes.
time. I wish that thing would show us the miles. God dang, can't see this from there.
It's important. Every time you get on a plane, you just think that you drove it in the air, but you really you're teleported through space and time to get over this hump of water.
Come on, bro. You know, it's kind of like, you know, that phrase they say, "Wake up." You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
what the fuck?
Dude, I've been on many planes. Every time you're up there, man, the Earth looks flat. Even when you turn, it looks like the Earth is tilting towards you. Like, how does that happen on a globe, man?
Okay,
It just still looks
but
like a ball.
I
It looks
I
like
used,
it tilted.
I got on a plane and I flew from LA.
1997 to about 2013, I'm playing at least 2 or 3 times a year.
I got
So
on
I'm
a plane.
curious. What do you guys think, for those who believe that the Earth is flat, what do they think they're looking at when they see the International Space Station? Like, what do you...
It's coming from a U-2 spy plane. Like
They
we
make
just
a bullshit like
No,
it's
no,
a
no. I
play.
mean, I don't mean the shots. I mean like when you actually see when they do what do they call that? Mars, you know, when they go outside of like the
streams.
spaceship.
You talking about the live?
Are you talking about like the live
No,
stream?
there's a right, but I'm saying that like because he's saying it's just a U-2 spy plane, and 70,000 feet is
No,
not
this
giving us the.
Oh, like
What
when
I'm
they
saying
do
is there's something.
walks in space.
Yeah,
what
when
you're
the astronauts have a term, whatever it means, when they put on the spacesuit and they go outside the shuttle or outside the space station, and they do repairs or walk arounds.
Dude, you know what they think? They think they're in like a pool or some shit. And
Huh?
They think they're in an Olympic swimming pool on like a stage set.
When they're in space, like looking down at the.
Yeah, and
globe?
it's all CGI, and they go, "There's bubbles here and shit." Like these flat
Are you
Earth
serious?
these flat Earth people are cuckoo. Like I think it's just this huge diversion to get people talk. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk long. I think
Holy shit.
it's just a diversion to get people away from reality of like, we could spend this energy exposing politicians who are corrupt with evidence, but let's try and prove the flat Earth with no evidence when there's a mountain of evidence that proves the sphere is. So
You know something? The
why do
Mets,
that?
the Mets need fans like that, and the Knicks too. We need believers like that. I guess that could help. Put hairs on satellites in the space station and all that they're in a pool. Awesome.
okay. So can I present my evidence?
Or you go ahead.
Okay, I don't want to talk. I want you to present this evidence to the public. Okay, so if you look in the back chat, I just posted a video. So could you put that on the screen? Go ahead, screen share and put that video up. All right, are you gonna play that video? Turn the sound off. You can't hear it. Turn the sound off.
He can't find the speaker. Funny guy.
Yeah, we want to hear the sound.
Before you come on.
Okay. Clay, do I have a quick good config for egress? PRQ's in, PGQ's in.
Dave Williams about to move out of the Quest airlock. Those particles that you see emanating from the airlock
Sounds good, thanks.
is said by the EVA officer Paul Baim in Mission Control to be particles of water from the crew's sublimators on their spacesuits.
That's the U. There you go. Come up a little bit there. Okay.
The suits are in good shape, according to the spacewalk officers here in Mission Control.
ABC. Just out of the airlock right now. And I'll get in config to the waste tethers all hooked up, the safety tethers, I should say.
Dave Williams beginning the third spacewalk of his career, having logged 12 hours, 45 minutes of spacewalking time on this mission.
Getting ready to put my safety tether on 550.
Copy.
On 550.
A leak.
Big NTC.
Disregard.
Okay. My right safety tether is locked black on 550. Got a good tug test on that.
Tracy, Houston on the big loop. It looks like we're seeing water or something coming out of Dave's suit. We're wondering if you can have him take a look around, see if he sees any of it.
Yeah, I saw the same thing too, Tony. Hey, Dave, pause for a sec and take a look around your suit. But yeah, if you could make your way. We saw some droplets coming out, and I'm looking at you from camera, Charlie.
Okay.
And I saw them go up towards your feet.
The big loop.
Called red hand.
Now you see, the water was trying to float his ass upward. All those bubbles came off his suit. Okay, then at the end, you see a man with no spacesuit peek his head out the door. They're underwater. The water was trying to jerk his ass upwards. In outer space, you never see that event occur on any of these outer space movies we see. And plus, in a vacuum, you wouldn't be able to move because there'd be no medium to move through.
Hey. You need to get a smart guy in here because I'm going to take you back to the calculator. Put the calculator back up.
Oh, fuck.
P. Mars, did you see all those bubbles coming off his suit?
Yeah, but they explained it. I just failed to see how
Explained that it was bubbles?
That's such weak evidence
bubbles.
compared to the mountain of evidence. Like, I could just prove a sphere so easily.
Bro, why did he have water in his suit?
What was it called? Earth curve calculator.
Why did he have water in his suit?
I don't know. Condensation.
Why did that guy not have a spacesuit on in outer space? Isn't that unsafe? Isn't that dangerous? Shouldn't you wear a spacesuit in space?
Oh my gosh.
Yo, P. Mars.
Yo.
Who is that guy looking through the door without a spacesuit on? That guy.
I'd like to see that part right there again.
Go back
Fuck,
to it.
no!
Go back to it.
Alright.
That guy.
Do I still have it? Was it?
Because I clicked off and I just heard laughing. I'd like to see.
That guy.
Ready for you? Come on in.
That guy was better than Evil Knievel.
Go towards the end.
Look, he can't control himself. The water's trying to jerk his floaty ass back up to the top.
Hold on, let me get to YouTube where I can see you.
You can even see the scuba tank when he turns around. You see the scuba gear in his mouth.
Because I know they train like that in the pools. That's how they train. But this is supposedly when they're in space.
Right there.
No. Go back. The guy peeks his head out the door and has no spacesuit. Go back to it, P. Mars. He missed it. Okay, the guy crawls out.
He don't want to show it. He don't want to show it.
I'm looking. I see somebody upside down.
Go back. Go back.
Showing
the guy
it. No, it's
door.
gonna happen. It's gonna. I think.
No, go back further.
Oh, sorry.
Go.
In Florida, they do train in the water. But this isn't a training mission, right?
Absolutely. They're supposed to be in space.
This guy right there.
No space.
Turns around.
Where?
And you see the scuba tank.
Right there. He just peeked his head out. You didn't see his white head in the door? It's in the door.
I'm looking in the hatch right now. I see somebody moving, but I don't see someone with scuba gear on.
I don't see a head.
Watch.
Okay, let it play. It's only two minutes.
All right, pause. Hold on, play a little forward. I go a little more
forward. I don't see it.
Keep going. He pokes his head out.
Okay.
You're gonna see it. Just look at the bottom of the hatch.
Okay, I'm looking in the hatch right now.
You think that's a head? I don't think that's a head.
That's a tank.
Oh, that's a tank.
Where? I'm looking.
That disappeared. Like right.
A minute and 59 seconds. Where?
Oh shit! Right there. Here.
That?
Yeah, 202.
Press play.
Right here. I got it. The tank.
No, go back a little bit so you can see the guy.
You know what? Hold on, guys. This is only 2 minutes. So Mars, why don't you just go back to like a minute 30 seconds? Let it rock.
All right.
Yeah. Let him watch the whole thing.
All right.
I want him to see the space bubble.
Not the whole thing, but like a minute 40 seconds or whatever.
I got it.
Turn the volume.
have to pause through that. Okay, I can turn the volume. The volume doesn't really matter. They don't really say anything. I'm just gonna play it.
Well, if he peeks his head out with a scuba tank on, he's gonna have to say something.
No, the volume is just like mission control shit.
That's what I'm saying. They would have to acknowledge that.
See,
if that really happened.
I don't see
Got the
anything.
whole face mask on.
They think, like, then I paused it here, 202. That's
Okay,
the
it's
tank.
playing. I'm looking in the tank.
Got scuba gear in his mouth.
The guy looked out.
I paused it where I, like, the best evidence.
Let it rock. I'm looking in the tank right now. 2 minutes.
And then it disappears.
Back to where he first
Oh
popped.
Jesus! Why? I don't know why this is so difficult. It's only 2 minutes 18 seconds.
Well, I'm
It
playing
should be
it.
within a 30-second clip.
I was trying to be an asshole.
I'm not being an
Just show
asshole.
it,
I'm
bro.
playing it.
Just keep backing it up to when the motherfucker peeks his head out the door and keep playing it
I
over and
don't.
over again. Dude.
I don't see it. I don't. That?
Who is that?
That is not a head, my man.
Yeah, I don't see
It looks like an elbow.
This is like his hand or something.
That looks like the elbow of the spacesuit with the silver ring around it and everything. See, there's the hand. See the physiology?
Yeah, I don't see it.
That's a hand, not a head.
Okay, well, anyway, go back to the calculator, please.
This is all the
No,
fun.
because I'm saying here, like, if Mission Control is live on cam, which it sound like they are, there's no way that they could just let it slide that someone peeks their head out with a scuba tank on.
No shit.
That's an arm, shoulder. Here we go.
Watch the video
That's it.
whenever you get
Yeah.
a chance on a big TV or something.
I don't
now.
see a man stick his head out with a tank on.
2789 as the miles. What the fuck? Put 2789 as the miles.
Well, that certainly wasn't proof to me, and I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm
Yeah,
really
That's
interested.
what I'm saying. Like, all the flat Earth, I've really given flat Earth
Hey, can you hear me?
a chance.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Put 2789 as the miles.
As the distance. What? What?
2789.
Oh shit.
That's the distance from LA to New York.
And what the height? Doesn't matter, right?
Man,
That's why we need high-speed rail to close that gap.
Like,
The
I don't
fuck?
understand. Because the height, doesn't the height apply? I don't get it, but whatever, okay,
I
whatever.
said 10 feet. 10 feet is good. That's one story. So what?
Alright, 10 feet. Yeah, the height doesn't matter, because whatever, it's flat Earth logic.
Dude, it's our height. It's the height of a human, or the height of you on the top of a building or something, or the height of you in a plane. So we're going from the ground. I know that's
4 miles, it says.
4 miles is the horizon. The height in between you and LA and New York is 4 million feet. 4,900,000 feet. Now, what is fucking flying over that type of height? I still need an explanation of what's flying over that height.
But it doesn't
I'm lost.
fly over that height because it's
Get somebody smart in here. Aren't all your ballers watching?
It's geometrically sound science, right? This is the science of any sphere.
like
Okay,
it.
so
It technically.
Hold on, this would be true for basketball. This would be true for anything that we create to be a sphere. Okay? So, what this calculator is showing is that the distance between LA to New York is over 4 million feet high. So, there's no aircrafts that fly that high, ever.
Dude, it's you're not taking scale into account, and this is like a ridiculous argument.
I don't know where to even. I can't.
I think it's a totally ridiculous argument because.
Let me ask you this question. If Kansas is in the middle, right, of this huge hump, how is it also sea level? And what is level? If we have a sea level, that means that it's leveled out. It's flat. You can't get level. So we know this from architecture.
If the sea is level, then why are there tides? That's debunked right there. Bam.
Listen, no, it's not. No, it's not, because when
Why
it's
not?
still out, that's because of motion. Okay,
Because
so
of
how is
motion, but isn't it flat and motionless? Why are there tides?
at over 4 million
Hold
feet high?
on, flat Earth person who lies. If it's flat and motionless, why are there tides? If the sea level's flat, why are there tides? Debunked.
The moon and the sun.
The Earth isn't a flat. No, bullshit. Oh my god.
The moon and the sun govern the tides. First and foremost. Two, nobody said that the Earth does not vibrate and have small tremors and earthquakes.
This is why no one takes flat earthers seriously, by the way.
Hold on. It does move. It just doesn't spin around. It doesn't rotate on the axis. Okay? So that's incorrect.
Okay, Mr. B said the observer height is the most important data point. Okay, let's use a plane height. Go up to the height and put in 30,000 feet. I see he doesn't want to come in here because he's confounded by the calculator. Don't put no commas. He's an idiot.
Shit, I'm an idiot. There we go. So it's
30,000 feet high. The height between a 30,000 foot high plane and New York is 4 million feet. So it has to get over 4 million feet. That's not the distance from New York to LA. It's not 4 million feet distance.
Okay, but dude, it's not like the. Here's the problem. Okay, do you see this? Right, horizon. You see this? You look at the
problem
screen.
is the Earth is not a globe.
No. I'll explain. I can explain why you're wrong real quick here. It's not like the plane flies straight up and then flies like that. You know, it flies along the curve, right? It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't just go like all that height.
I know it flies.
We're measuring. We're measuring the distance. Like this is the city
no plane
we
that can
started
fly 4
at.
million feet high. It's called height for
You're
a
not
reason.
even letting me talk. I've hardly talked. I've let you talk a lot. Just please let me talk. This is the city we start at, and this is where we go. It's not like we go straight up in the air and then fly there. We fly on the curve. So your whole argument is like mute.
Do you see where the horizon is at? Where it says horizon? That's the highest point. Okay? So it's over 4 million feet high. And there's a distance between you and that horizon.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the horizon distance at the top, which is just a few miles compared to how many feet.
See, all the flat Earth arguments.
Go back up. Hold on. Go back to it and go back up so I can see the distance to the horizon.
It's 212 miles.
All right,
No,
this is a different thing. This is a different thing.
No, it's not. The horizon distance is only 2.9 miles. Hold on. So that means that they have to fly over 4 million feet high when they need a mile of space to take off from the runway.
What was the distance?
Hold on.
2789.
They need a mile of runway to take off. Then they have to.
2789.
Hey, listen. They need a mile of runway space to take off from the runway. All right, and then they have to fly over 4 million feet high in less than 3 more miles.
I must have done this wrong.
2789.
2789. Okay. Gotcha.
So the distance to the horizon is 212 miles.
And 40.
And the height is fucking 4 million feet, nigga. Exactly, because you in a plane now. 30,000 feet. Look, because Texas is 4 million feet in the air flying to Chicago. Oh my God. Go. Find you a smart guy, please. so we can laugh at him too.
This is just ridiculous. Like I did a whole show about how this is a psyop because it's just like a stupid argument. Like
So what's up? Where's the psyop at though?
because we could dude lived it leave. He's still here somehow. I don't know why. Because
Calm down now. I want you to listen real closely before you speak.
Sure.
And choose your words wisely. Okay? If this is a psyop, you are looking at the same curvature calculator and the equations given to you by the same people that give you the globe Earth. Okay? And the science, the mathematics, does not hold up to the theory.
Okay, can I respond? Okay, go on.
Okay, so the theory has absolutely no basis in reality because the mathematics that you just looked at is reality.
Can I respond?
Okay, go ahead.
The people who the people who brought you the flat Earth are the same people who brought you CGI planes flew into the towers on 9/11. They are trying to design these conspiracy theories to go into circular arguments that lead nowhere. It does no good sitting here trying to prove the globe versus the flat Earth. What, by the way, it's obviously globe. Well, wait. I haven't talked much. Just let me finish. I'm not gonna talk very long. Just let me finish real quick. So, it does no good to prove either way what the shape of the Earth is. Energy is better spent proving things that have more evidence. Like there's real political corruption, real corporate corruption. There's things that are easier to prove, and we're wasting our fucking time.
Amen.
Okay, so
amen.
Hold on, this is a corruption. Okay, so you said that you believe that the Twin Towers are CGI.
No, I didn't. I said this people. Hold on. I didn't say that. I said the people who bring us. I'm not going to talk long. Trust me, and I'm very patient. I give everyone a lot of time to talk. I said the people who brought us the flat Earth are the people who said the Twin Tower whole thing planes were CGI because it's a diversion tactic, but it's a psyop. It's a military tactic.
Okay, so I just explained in the Bible that the ancient Hebrews even believed in the flat Earth, so they didn't know about 9/11. Okay, the ancient Egyptians believed in Nut and Geb. Okay, two Neteru. All right, Geb is the earth and Nut is the sky, and Geb is always depicted in ancient Kemet laying down. Okay, so you have many cultures all over the earth, way before anybody ever thought of P. Mars, that believed that the earth was a globe, and I believe that they were a lot smarter because they were doing things with less materials, such as building pyramids and other great civilizations. They invented writing and everything that we know and love today. So I trust them a lot more than these scientists that are telling us that the Earth's a globe, but when we look at the curvature and the mathematics behind it and see that we can use this on any spherical object to find curvature because it's basic geometry, right? And it doesn't line up to what they're telling us, that's where the corruption lies. So I've made a job out of exposing the white man and his lies. I've made a job out of this, and I've exposed a lot of things that he said that is just untrue. Okay? Revelations 12:9 says, and the great red dragon was cast out, that old serpent known as the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Okay? So there's only one nation of people on this earth that have deceived the whole world. Okay? And the scriptures tell us that that nation of people is the devil. Because it says that the devil deceived the whole world.
Okay. I'm totally down with you.
God.
I mean, I do.
History and geopolitics is something I know a bit about.
Well, I won't be long-winded. I'll just say that I do agree that there's a lot of truth in the Bible and that we are ruled by a demonic, Lucifer, devil, Satan, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to play a semantical game. And we are deceived, for sure. Dude, I'm not going to be long-winded, please. I really...
I'm letting you talk, but I want you to address my point. My point was you tried to say that the flat earth was brought to us by some guys that said that 9/11 was CGI. What I'm saying is people believed in the flat earth way before those guys.
Yeah, and the Masons brought that about. And the Masons are, bringing all these stupid cults, and they know how to divide. Like, as soon as the Bible went public and everyone got the Bible, because, before they changed it to the pulpit and they read it in Latin, and they knew no one could understand Latin, but they still just read it. And then the people would be like, oh, what does the Bible say? And they'll be like, oh, it says, fucking suck my dick, and the guy sucks his dick.
Ignorance is bliss.
That is literally... I mean, I'm joking, but that is kind of how it was, right? And as soon as the Bible went public, that was like the first truth or conspiracy movement, really, is when the Bible was released to the mainstream and everyone could read the Bible. And then all these sects popped up when people started reading the Bible, and they're like, holy shit, the Roman Catholic Church is fucked up. Fuck that shit. Let's rebel. So guess who's there to fucking control the rebellion? The people that want to control the alternative media. It's like this has been going on throughout all history. And the flat earth...
Okay, brother Longwind.
The flat earth is brought to us by Masons.
Nothing can fly.
Do the history. The flat earth is all brought to us by Masons, who are the same people who are involved with NASA. So NASA brought to you the flat earth, motherfucker. And a lot of our corporations and presidents are Masons. So fuck Masons and fuck the flat earth. And I want to fucking make people think for themselves. And let's stop this bullshit, and we can all agree we're being lied to, and there's evil motherfuckers, and Satan's running amok, and let's fuck Satan. Let's unite
we can officially
and
call
fuck
those scientists hoaxers.
We all can agree that Satan is real, and that he's running amok on Earth, but we're arguing about the shape of the Earth. Why?
That shows
Why don't we
how powerful
unite
he is.
and fight against Satan, you dumb shit?
He doesn't allow that.
Excuse my French.
You don't believe in Satan.
You said you want to do homosexual things with Satan.
No, I completely believe. No, hold on. I believe what's happened is some New Agers will call it this archonic virus. Archon means authority. We're obsessed with authority. There's people that want to be the authority, and then there's people that want to have authority tell them what to fucking do. And it's the same shit. We need people to be them fucking selves. Be who you are. You have your spiritual self who's your real self. Listen to your spiritual self. It's not your mind. Your mind can cloud you and keep you away from your spiritual self. It's hard to communicate with your higher self. And
what is
this
your
is the
spiritual self
reality.
tell you to do?
I don't
What's
hear
it tell you
voices
to
or
do?
anything, but I just try and go where I don't know. I just try and not think for a second and put myself in the moment, and I don't know, spiritual.
Perceive what is not readily shown.
I don't want to tell other people how to be spiritual. It's all about individual experiences. It's not.
We can tell you're not thinking right now.
No,
because nothing flies at 4 million feet. Huh?
The problem is authority, and we all need to take authority back for ourselves. That's the ultimate crux. And
we're
gonna go nowhere arguing about the shape of the earth and all these conspiracies. This is all designed.
You're right. So you should join our team of reality. So nothing flies at 4 million feet high. And that's just the bottom line.
Well, there's just what are you gonna do?
Their psyops are too strong. Lived it. Your military, your military is destroying us.
well, okay. But just to let you know, you're right. It is a militant tactic, but is aimed at political establishments. It's aimed at making sure society says they stay cut up like a pizza. They stay divided. And you're putting your finger on. You're actually putting your finger on it. Like what it is, it's designed to keep separation. And so you can have, even in this instance, where you can have everyone agreeing that there is God Almighty, and yet
Okay, so
unity
Job
doesn't
9:24.
exist. This shows you how strong the adversary is.
Okay, so Job 9:24 clearly tells us that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, and we see the wicked running amok on this earth, which is the white man who raped, robbed, pillaged, and murdered the whole earth. Okay, this is clearly evident.
Well,
Okay.
it also says the first shall be. It also
This is
says
a real. This is a real thing that happened. Okay, and the Bible tells us that it would happen. He tells us over and over again that we would go into slavery. Okay, so when we look at that and we see who's in power now, the people that are telling us these things are the same people that were raping our women. Okay, that were feeding our kids to alligators. Okay, that were whipping our backs, that were cutting off our testicles. Okay, and basically making an embarrassing display, made us build this whole country and everything else you see on the planet. Okay, and you got.
I often think like the first shall be last. Like I
For
often.
me to believe that P. Mars believes him because that's who he came from.
Well, hold on. He's a righteous brother, first of all. So, you know, to just group him in with gray
Mars
coats
doesn't
and
believe in
Nazis and all.
God, man. You don't know P. Mars. He's being sarcastic. He don't believe in God at all. He's an
Okay,
atheist.
well then perhaps I'm wrong.
Whoa,
So
no,
I'll just speak. I'll just speak
that's
from my
bullshit.
point of view.
I believe in God fully. I just don't.
I'll
I'm
just
not
speak for Julius. I'll just speak for Julius. So here's the thing. I often think when I read certain scripture and I see things like the first shall be last and nothing new under the sun, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other, and I compare that to what I know of history and even being a part of recent history, militarily, geopolitically, and see it, and I mix it all together and I try to reason with myself, and I say, through the course of human history, people are very forgetful. So just like you have far right, so-called Christian, so-called patriots who have no fucking problem standing next to gray coats on one side, red suspender Nazis on the other, and now they're goose stepping for the Kremlin openly. Just like you have them, and when I was a little boy in the 80s, they were always the ones calling everybody commie and this, that, and the other. Already all the bloodshed in the last century to make sure communism and fascism wouldn't exist. Now they're begging for it. And I say if they can do that in a span of 50, 60 years when we have the internet and more knowledge than ever before, then I say, how has human history been through the past few millennia? And when I look back and I get to the point where I pass the point where people who look like me were brought here as slaves and encountered every evil you can imagine, and I look at what happened before then, and I run into stories like the Moors who were chopping off arms of people who looked like me, just like what happened in Rwanda when I was about 18, 19, where there were people darker than me who were killing other people who looked just like me. In Sudan, less than 10 years ago, and this evening tonight, they're doing it. And I look at that and I say, first shall be last, last shall be first, nothing new under the sun. And I look at Pharaoh, and I know for a fact that Pharaoh, who had the Egyptian slaves, he was not blonde and blue-eyed. And I say, wow, first shall be last, nothing new under the sun. I look at the story of Israel, how it's one which shows, basically it reflects humanity with God, how we're constantly spitting in his face and he's constantly forgiven. First shall be last, nothing new under the sun. And then I hear these fucking theories today in our time, which tell me that all evil came from this one segment who, not being racist here, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I got a lot of Spanish and white people in my family. I'm not being racist at all. Most of my Marines are white. But I'll say this. In Europe, when they were building mud huts, Babylon and Egypt and all of these places were already part of antiquity. China was already part of antiquity. And when I look into ancient history of people of color, people like me and shades darker and lighter, I see a lot of bloodletting. I see a lot of evil. I assure you, Jezebel did not look like Madonna. I guarantee you that. When you look at ancient China and you see that they used to actually chain people to brass bars and then set them on fire, much like how the Babylonians, you know, righteous so-called people of color, would throw people in the ovens as bulls and shit. When I look at these things, and then I hear these racist point of views, which just say, hey, everyone was white, they were all the devil, this, that, and the other. I say, if we had a time machine and I go back 1,000 years or so, people would think I'm the devil. automatically.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't ascribe to that bullshit. It's designed to keep my people, our people, i.e., righteous people of all shades, like how God made the flowers of the field. He made them of all. He loves variety, and he loves, apparently he has a flair for the dramatic. God loves variety. He loves to prove his point subtly but directly. I don't ascribe to those racist point of views because that's what they are. They're designed to keep righteous people apart. So here you have a case where you have everybody believing in God, and yet it almost sounds like everybody's at each other's throat. The enemy is strong.
What you're missing is the only righteous people in the Bible.
Let me say something about that because we're moving with that.
The only righteous people in the Bible are all Israelites. So, and those are the chosen people from the beginning was Israel, his children.
All right. Well,
so that was wonderful, and that was absolutely true. Okay, so now, I was trying to say that we are focusing on white people in this particular instance because they are the most acceptable devil on the earth. Okay, so if you say anything bad about white people or Jewish people, then you come up with the most resistance. So that's you got to take down the toughest target first. Okay, so now the Africans have to pay the Moors. They have to pay for what they did to Israelites. From our paradigm in Israelites. Okay, and then in the Hutu and Tutsi, Hutu were Islamic, and the Tutsi were Israelites. They were Bantu-speaking people, and most Bantus are Israelites. So this is our paradigm as well, and some of those other examples can be evidenced to be Israelites versus other families. So in the Bible, a nation or a city is in fact a family and not actually a bordered location. So I like to call that parented nations and parented nations versus bordered nations. So I try to make the distinction clear, but this is just like a quick little thing. We're talking about the flat Earth, and the flat Earth was propagated by a particular color. The transatlantic slave trade was propagated by mostly Jewishers. So, and they are a particular color. So, we're focusing on white people right at this moment, but everybody that punished us, including the Chinese and the Indians, who are black people, they got to pay too. So, you know what I'm saying? The Ethiopians got to pay. Haile Selassie got to pay. Haile Selassie's son is still here. I think he's the emperor now, or whatever they call him now. I think he's called a president now or something. But he's got to pay as well.
I hear you.
Yeah,
well, I'm learning. I'm learning. I clearly don't know as deep stuff as
can I
you
just
guys
say something
and
like super quick? I'll be real quick. I really loved what you just said, Lived It. We're all fighting over these petty differences, but we all agree that basically Lucifer is in control of Earth and God is real and we should be good people. And why are we bickering over the shape of the Earth? And we could put this energy.
We're not different.
Let me ask a question.
No, we kind of are, and we could put this energy towards better things.
I'm saying that the flat earthers don't normally bicker. They just present the evidence the best they can, and then ball people they defend the ball earth as if we're offending them personally. So they take their time to debate with us.
What I'm saying is we agree on a lot of stuff. Let's focus on that. We're focusing on our differences, and that's what all these truther communities are doing. They're focusing on these differences. We all know that we're being lied to, that there's these evil pedophile weirdo fucks that are obsessed with power that don't give a fuck about killing you or me. They don't give a fuck about us. And we're bickering, trying to be better than one another. Right?
You're not even a number. And I second what he said. And furthermore, I just wanted to say to you, you guys, I'm sure, even though this has been a mainly science and religion thing, or you can imagine what it means when they say in Wall Street or something like this, a run on the banks. Like there's going to be a run on the banks. You can imagine what that means. Like they're pulling down the money. They're going to rob everybody. What I'm saying, in defense of what Mars just said, and kind of what you two are both saying too, there's a run on your liberties right now, tonight, as we speak. The past 35 days alone have seen things that if they'd have happened at any point, when anyone here was 10 years old, people would have screamed bloody murder. And right now, you see all your newscasters and everybody chucking and jiving, and we are debating about the shape of the earth.
Okay, so we know that
you know what I mean?
His administration, he was trying to change a lot of the laws in the Constitution and doing a lot of tampering and signing a whole lot of executive orders. So this is not a surprise that our.
What do you mean?
Well, see, anybody that believes in the Second Amendment right nowadays, as the Obama administration, is known as a terrorist. They're called constitutionalists if you believe in the Constitution. So this is not knowledge that's new to me.
No, that's not entirely accurate.
That's actually accurate because you said our liberties are being taken away, and gun laws is one of those liberties. The Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms. So what I'm saying is, they've been putting in orders to take that stuff away and labeling people that believe in the Second Amendment right as constitutionalists and as terrorists. So I was trying to say something. I was trying to say something in response to P. Mars. Okay, you can say it's not true, but you could just look it up instead of saying that it's not true.
I know. I have looked it up. I know this for fact.
Okay, well, good. So, P. Mars.
If you were to explain your example, it would, just like we talk about flat Earth, if you explain the example you just laid out, where did you get that from?
I'm asking P. Mars a question. I'll let you know. I'll put the information in the back chat happily. Okay, so P. Mars.
Let's discuss it.
Hold on. I'm trying to ask P. Mars a question. Okay, so P. Mars, you said that you believe that the world is controlled by Satan. And you also said that there's evil pedophile fucks that control everything. So why do you believe the evil pedophile fucks when it comes to the globe?
Because I don't have to. Okay, I've totally gone over. Trust me, I thought the Earth might be flat at one point, but the problem is you don't have to appeal to authority. Like the fact that I got in a plane in LA and I flew to New Zealand and we landed where we landed is pretty good evidence that the maps work and the shape is what they tell us. Like, if it wasn't, people wouldn't be able to get to places. Like, there's so many problems with the flat Earth. You guys try to disprove the globe so hard. If you try to disprove the flat Earth, you'll stop arguing it because it's really easy. And I don't think people are stupid for thinking the Earth is flat, because I can totally see where they're coming from, but it comes to a point where, like, we have to realize we're under psychological warfare and we can't be trusting the alternative media like the mainstream is lying and the alternative is the truth. They're all lying to us. There's very rare sources of true information, and it's really hard. You hear people talk about discernment and this information resonates with me. These are buzzwords that, like, PR, Tavistock Institute is making them say to
Albert Bernays.
Yes, like, you got to study propaganda and how that works. There's a lot of truth to what alternative media says, but they spin everything just like the mainstream. So, I mean, it's very difficult to know what's going on, but we can agree that we're being lied to, and we need to focus on the basics, shit we can prove. We get spun off into, like, proving Bill Hicks and Alex Jones are the same person, or Michelle Obama is really a man. Like, what's the point of that? And that's what, like, CGI planes on 9/11 and Flat Earth, it's the same purpose. End rant.
And so to what you were saying.
Pull out your calculator. Yeah, one more time. This last time.
All right, I'll get that out.
You muted.
I'll
muted.
get it out. All right.
What was I?
Okay, so P Mars, I put some new information in the back chat, right? That shows that our rights have been taken away, as well as this has been going on for a while now. So could you put that information up on the screen?
Let's see.
It's from the FBI. It's not a conspiracy or what somebody thinks. I'll see you left.
Oh, is it?
Okay, let's keep it at
Okay, so hold on. He's back.
Let's keep it at 30.
Hold on, Claims. The brother asked for something. He was real urgent to talk about it. So P Mars, could you please pull up that article? Okay, so could you read that for the people?
FBI terrorist alert. Beware of those who reference the Constitution or the Bible. This is in 2012, February 9th. Memo to Ron Paul supporters and anyone else interested in restoring constitutional integrity. So yeah, they're definitely
Read it. What's it say?
Wherever the real power in government lies, there's
article, man, the article, not the quote.
Well, that was part of it, but the FBI held a press conference this week on a terrorist alert bulletin, which it sent to every federal, state, and local law enforcement agency across the country. Unfortunately, that bulletin continued a trend of terrorist profiles issued since Barack Hussein Obama has been in office. This particular alert identified such broad ideological characteristics that it can be construed to include the activities of tens of millions of law-abiding Americans. The FBI Counterterrorism Division report concluded that those believe that our government has exceeded its constitutional limits and or are protesting for restoration of constitutional integrity might pose a threat. By that definition, anyone associated with the Tea Party movement is suspect. That's the problem with this sweeping, politically motivated bureau crap. Is that good enough? Do I have to keep reading?
Oh shit!
I'm glad that Lived It is laughing.
So I'm looking at this.
Earlier, you told me that wasn't true. Okay.
Yeah, I'll say it again.
It absolutely is true.
Okay, so now I'm gonna talk. So I'm looking at this, and I look at the top, and sources are critical, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to anything, but especially when you're talking about rights and government. It's critical. And as soon as I seen the Patriot Post, I instantly think of Alex Jones and all of this type of shit, one of these militia units, and I can see how it's written. I can read the tone. Number one, what the federal government said was this. Obviously, not anybody who supports the Bible or the Second Amendment is an enemy. What they were highlighting, when you read the actual order that came out from a real source, like directly from the Department of Justice itself, when you read what happened, what they were saying is many units or militia units or whatever they want to call it, sects, cults, whatever you want to, gangs, whatever the fuck, they always cite the Second Amendment or Bible the same way the Klan does, neo-Nazis, what have you. That's what the federal government was focused on, not with this Patriot Post, this far-right rag, this Breitbart type bullshit that you're taking as a credible source, not what they say. Okay, so again, I'll say again, what I said before stands.
Pull your calculator out.
Could you put the source is not credible?
I'll say it again, the source is not credible.
It's automatically in the
You can't just say something, you got to prove it. You asked me to prove something, so I did it. So can you please provide some evidence? Or are you just going to keep running your mouth?
Yeah, I'll keep it. Well, hey, listen, I know why you're tight. I don't care. So here's what it is. The reason why that's not a credible source.
Just mute your mic. If you're not going to provide any information, just mute your mic because you don't have anything else to say but listen.
Well, you mute everyone's mic when you cut them off and you talk.
Do you see this?
You're interested. You want to cut me off, and I don't have to mute my. You see how silent I've been. You see how silent I've been. You see how silent I've been the whole time, right?
I'm letting you talk. I'm letting you talk right now.
What did you say?
Pull your calculator out, please.
Hold up. Just let Liv to talk. I muted.
Okay, so you're pissed off. Lefferts, check this out. Lefferts and Metropolitan. Lefferts Boulevard and Metropolitan Avenue. The first seat by the cash register, I can be fine most days. Like I'm easy to find in person than on this internet shit. You're pissed off for an obvious reason. That post right there is called the Patriot Post, and the reason you keep mouthing off, even though I'm silent, is because you mute me by myself. But that's not a credible source. That article is laughable, and that's what you call effectively political spin.
Look at this. Look at what I found here. Support
Right,
us.
Like I said, I'm easier to find in person.
$2 a week. PM operation support levels. Then mission.
We can talk as adults, but once it gets greasy, once it starts getting greasy and sideways,
dude,
I'm easy to find.
Why are you charging?
Or Hillside is something. That too. Like,
if you're about truth, why are you charging money? That's suspect.
Well, I'll say this. So here's the thing. Find the article. You look into that article. Like, obviously, I can't talk to you, so I'm not. I'm talking to the rest of the panel, whoever's listening. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. You read that rag that they just wrote or cited as a credible source. Find out what they're talking about, because I remember when those orders came down. Find out what they're citing when the FBI put that list out, and really it was the Department of Justice at the insistence of the DOD. Find what they're talking about. It'll be easy. You could do it in maybe 10 minutes just online. Just read the article, see what they're talking about, and then do a Google search. When you find and read the actual order that comes out, slow down, champ. I'm almost done. Slow down. Find the actual order that they're talking about, and when you find that, it's like a female. Hey, hold on. I'll be done. It's like telling a girl, chill out, man, chill out. Let me just finish. Hey, listen, when you read that article, right. I got you. I'm lying. So let me continue my lie. Right quick. Damn, I made a mistake. Guys, just yesterday, you should have seen it. So find out what they're actually citing. Read what they're actually citing. I think it's a page and a half. Read those orders, especially the executive ones that came down related to it, and then you'll see what political spin is. Okay? Because that rag there, political spin. You know what you should do, Mars? You should pull that rag up again and go down. I know they got a menu or something, and go look at some of the articles they have. Okay, and you tell me that's a credible source. That's a credible source.
Lived it. You might want to log off and reconnect because I think you got some lag. But yeah, okay.
His name is Lived. L-I-V.
Julius, actually.
Yeah, Julius. Yeah.
Oh, it's Lived it. His.
Yeah, it is, because for Hangouts, this is the one that I use for Hangouts.
Yeah. Okay, so now.
Unbelievable.
Please pull out your calculator. Thank you.
Okay. God damn it.
Back to the calculator.
Okay, I gotta share screen. 1 second.
See how quickly that escalated?
Yeah, for real.
Not too long ago. Hey, less than a couple hours ago, I was a righteous brother. I was biblical. I was all this.
Yeah. You don't have any information.
I've been going through this pancake shit with characters like that my whole life. That's why I've never paid them much mind.
You're my brother. I love you.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Hillside is something, champ, or Lefferts and Metropolitan any fucking time. But when we get greasy, we got to do something else. We can't do this online shit.
He said, where at?
Lefferts and Metropolitan Avenue, or Hillside and something.
Where is that at? City and state.
Are you guys like
Queens, New York?
Are you guys talking about fighting? I hope you're not talking about.
No, I'm not talking about fighting. I'm saying him. What happened with him was this. You heard him. Just rewind. He got so outrageous and crazy to the point where suddenly I'm a bitch and I'm this and I'm that, and that's when I can hear it going sideways. And I say, okay, so you got to do them type of things to me in person.
See how you lied? When did I call you a bitch?
All right, so I lied. I'm all right.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You
all right, my brother. Well, I said what I said. You know how to find me, and that's what it is. That's what it is.
Metropolitan and what now?
Rewind. He's got this live.
Metropolitan what?
Hey,
guys,
rewind,
champ. Come on, guys. Let's just talk about. Come on, guys.
Hey, drinks on me. Drinks on me. You walk in, drinks on me.
Dude. I know you're scared, Pete.
I got the calculator up. Just
leave it right there.
I like old English.
You guys aren't gonna. You guys aren't gonna.
As soon as you finish talking, I'm trying to tell you the numbers.
Yeah, let this guy talk.
I'm trying to tell you the distance between LA and New Zealand.
Righteous.
Old English.
Gotcha.
The distance between LA, New Zealand is
It's very old around here.
It's 6,693 miles.
Gotcha.
Okay, now we're in a plane at 30,000 feet.
$19 million miles.
High.
Well, but you're
19
not.
million feet. 19 million feet.
But
high.
Damn.
But I'm telling you, man.
Out of Earth orbit. That's not the way it works.
The plane doesn't fly like straight up and then goes straight across. That's the problem with your argument, right? Does that make sense? Like the plane is like flying on the.
I didn't say it's flying straight up.
Planes fly straight, man. They get to 30,000 feet and then they fly straight the whole time.
So what is? Why do you think they're going 20 million feet in the air or whatever?
They would fly straight into a wall. That's why.
No.
20 million feet high wall.
Oh my gosh.
In between the two targets.
So when they take off from New York,
in between LA and New Zealand, there's a wall of water that is 19 million feet high. I don't know what's so confusing about that.
Well, just so you guys know, I know 2 real-life pilots, and I asked them about Flat Earth, and they laughed at me, said they saw
they won't
the
even
curve.
entertain it.
They think it's a joke.
Just
so you guys know, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like, if I were to try to tell my pilot friends about this shit, they would laugh at me like I was an idiot. Just so you know.
Save this show.
Hold on, what's their names?
Because I did think it was flat.
What's their names?
You talking about Captain Proton?
I know Captain Proton, and then my friend Zach Sheet.
Come on, bro. Ain't no fucking such thing
I guess
as
I
Captain
shouldn't have said his
Proton.
name. God damn it.
There ain't no such thing as no fucking Captain Proton, bro. You made that up.
Why'd you make me say his name? I shouldn't have said that.
Now, could you please explain to me how your plane flies along the curve at 19 million feet high? I would like to know so that I could be a baller like you guys.
I mean, dude, I'm just telling you
ball,
my experience in
ball out of
life.
control like
Because I believed the Earth was flat, and I'm not doing.
No problem. I want a ball out of control too.
Well,
so
don't
please
raise your voice. I'm not.
All I want to know is
I'm telling you my experience.
because you're not answering my question.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what flies at 19 million feet high.
But it doesn't go 19 million feet high because it goes on the curve, so it doesn't. It stays at 30,000 feet on the curve, right? So I don't.
Right. Okay, yeah. Keep looking at it, and
see, this is why.
Hold on a second. You should put it. You should put. You should keep it still for one thing. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Keep it still, and show the 4 million feet like you're doing, or 19 million feet, and show both of them is what I'm trying to take. Show the diagram and the 19 million feet.
Well, maybe if I
just scroll it down a little so you can see both. Okay, right there. Now, the horizon, that point at the horizon, okay, that should be the highest distance. I mean, the highest or the middle of the hump. Okay, that's 19 million feet high. All right, now your plane is flying along that curve, and then it flew 19 million feet high and then dropped down another 19 million feet to get to its target. So I would like to know what can fly that high. And please don't talk about Captain Proton.
But it doesn't have to fly that high because it goes. I don't know. This is like. Am I dumb? Lived it or is it?
You can't reach. Sometimes you just gotta. That's why those old times they say agree to disagree.
I think.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to do.
Because it's not. You're not talking to an asshole, but yet he believes some shit that is. It will not mesh with the gears of reason in your brain.
Right.
So since he's not a dick,
this is what I need
what you just got to say is agree
go to
disagree.
the explanation. Go to the explanation of this site, the Earth curve calculator.
Explanation.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Of how the calculator comes to its conclusions, or the
In my mind, this is why
the equation that it's using or something.
I don't know.
Spiritually, when Lucifer said, "I'm going to get them to do this," or politically, when far rightists or whatever, like the Project for New American Century said, "We're going to get them to do this," and everybody in the room, or with Lucifer, everyone around him said, "There's no fucking way they'll be that stupid." Today, this is why Lucifer today, just like far right Republicans are saying, "Told you so." Yeah, they will. Fake news. Fake news.
You can't find it.
No, I can't find it. But
you can get them to believe anything, man.
Let me look for it. Since you trying to act like you can't find it, let me look for it.
That's why Solomon said, "All is vanity."
We agree on so much. I don't.
When you just, when everything's adversarial, like a courtroom, it is what it is.
Okay, let's see here. This app, see, it's right at the top. I don't know how you missed it. Okay, it says this app.
Give me one from downstairs.
Huh?
Where is it?
Say what? Okay, it says this app calculates how much a distant object is obscured by the Earth's curvature. Obscured. I'm gonna have to define that for you. And makes the following assumptions. The Earth is a convex sphere of radius 6,371 kilometers, and light travels in straight lines. Okay. So now let me show you what obscured means, my man. All right. It's not complicated, and we're not being adversarial. We're presenting evidence of some information that other people decide to defend on their own terms. Other people defend. So I don't know why, but anyway, obscure definition. Okay. Okay, the definition of obscure is to keep from being seen, to conceal, to hide, to cover, to veil, to shroud, to screen, to mask, to cloak, overshadow, block out, obliterate, eclipse, darken. So it blocks your view. So, okay. So we still here?
Yep.
Okay. So the view, the view between LA and New York is blocked by a 19 million high wall of water. It's eclipsed by a 19 million foot high wall of water. That's what obscure means. Let me read some more definitions for you so you get an idea. Obscure. The adjective means not discovered or known about, uncertain, unclear, uncertain, unknown, doubtful, dubious, mysterious. Okay, so let's look up obscured, which is the verb form, the past tense verb form that was used in the calculator. Okay, overshadow.
Lived it, Bill. Damn it.
There it is. See how that works? Is this making any sense? See it? Let me see it. I don't know how it's not, but it's pretty clear. Between LA, the H0, okay? H0 is LA, and H1 is New Zealand. In between those two points is a 19 million high wall of water. 19 million feet high. So, I'm trying to get you to comprehend that. All right. So, you're going to have to justify that.
Well, the flat earthers can't even justify why we have tides. Because they say the water is level and flat, but we have tides, so that's
what type of fallacy you're using by not answering the question that I'm asking.
But I'm not equipped to answer your questions.
No problem. So I'm gonna need you to find somebody smart, because when I talk about this tomorrow, because you guys always bring it up and say he's an idiot, he's a flat earther. I'm gonna continue to hit you guys with these distances and your ball earth math that you claim is the curve of the earth that we never see anywhere. And I'm gonna get one of you smart guys to get stumped too. So all of you guys, not one of you guys can answer these questions, because
there are people that can. I'm just not equipped to, but I know enough anecdotal evidence to.
Can you think of somebody off the top of your head who can?
Yeah, but I can't just like summon him here. I'm not.
No, I'm saying, can you think of his name so I can look him up and challenge him?
Yeah, Negator XX. He will destroy you.
Huh. Okay. But, yeah, with ridicule and laughter. Do they laugh a lot on his show?
He doesn't have a show. He's just a guy who's really good.
If he doesn't have a show, then he cannot possibly destroy reality.
Well,
okay? No one can answer why there's a 19 million foot high wall of water between LA and New Zealand.
But I flew from LA to New Zealand in a plane.
That's because the earth is flat.
Really? Because if the earth was flat, then wouldn't the pilot notice it when I was flying there?
The pilot does notice it.
And he just lies to everyone? That makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense. He doesn't want you to know. Well, he probably doesn't even know himself that the earth is flat. Because mostly, even military pilots don't even know that the earth is flat until someone...
Claims, how many people are asking the pilot on the way out if the Earth's a globe? Nobody stops and asks him.
But
nobody asks the pilot it's a globe.
The computer, yeah, but the computer feeds a map to them showing a false direction that they're going in, and they believe the CGI cartoon of the plane flight. So they're looking at a globe on the back of the seat during the plane flight. So that's automatically accept it.
Because people were able to navigate before the computers told them where to go. So that's bullshit.
Because they were navigating on a flat earth.
No. The whole longitude and latitude
Everybody in the world thought the earth was flat, dude.
No. The fact that we can navigate at all disproves the flat earth. That's why flat earthers make up bullshit.
You said people in the past used to navigate before navigation, electronic navigation.
Before we had satellites and GPS.
Okay, before that. All right, so show me old navigators who thought the earth was round. I'm waiting.
Lots of them, dude. Like,
okay,
ridiculous.
Show me an old globe.
Fucking kidding me.
I'm waiting on you. Show me an old globe.
You know we had the globe way before NASA, so what are you
first globe was created in 1492.
Yeah, way before NASA, so what the fuck is your point?
Okay, so before that, people were navigating all over the earth without knowing a globe. You think the first boat voyage was in 1492 when Columbus sailed over here and killed a bunch of people and stole a whole bunch of little boys and took them back and sold them for wine?
No.
Huh? Okay. So people been traveling.
Why is the government lying? Well, why would the government lie about the Earth being flat? Could you answer that?
Do you think the first boat voyage was in 1492, Al?
No.
No, that was a lie,
okay.
Obviously.
All right, now before 1492, did they think the Earth was a globe or flat?
I thought it was flat.
Okay, so how the fuck did they get anywhere they was going? You got any other opponents that's smarter than Al? Because he just gave up.
Christopher Columbus reportedly thought he landed in India because he or
He didn't. He
hypothesized.
didn't think. He knew there was. He was going to the New
That's
World.
why Native Americans are called Indians, because he thought he was an Indian. India.
Columbus heard reports and rumors that there's other land that they had never, that white people had never been before. He went to discover new land on purpose. He told them he was going to India to get spices because there was a spice shortage. So that's how he raised the money. That was his hustle. He went to find new land on purpose.
So what
exactly what
that doesn't prove the Earth is flat.
What proves the Earth is flat is people navigated.
Well, there was an explorer that came before Columbus. Plus, they sailed over here, and those people are Israelites for one. Columbus read Second Esdras, okay, and found out that the Israelites had left on a journey by the way of the water. Okay, so we can go all the way back to the ancient times, okay, and see that ships only get bigger from that point. So Columbus's ship wasn't even a third of the size of the average Greek warship, and it wasn't even half the size of the Romans' warships. So we have ships all throughout history, even predating the Greeks. Okay, so the way they navigated was by the stars. Okay, and if your magnetic north is in the center, right? As long as it's in the center, you're going to go in a circle if you keep going west, because the pole is always going to point to the middle. So it's going to create a circular effect, but that doesn't mean that the Earth's a globe. It just means that you walked around in a circle. If you attach yourself to a string on a pole, and the pole's in the middle of the room, you can only walk around that pole. And that's how the magnetic poles work.
Yeah, and the stars do prove the Earth is a globe, because we have two celestial points in the sky, and we have we can see the curve, the star trails at the equator.
Hey man, nobody's been to the South Pole to look at no fucking South Pole celestial star.
It's called the Southern Crux.
The Southern Crux is not no fucking South Pole celestial star.
Neither is
It's
Polaris.
it's only programmed in Google Earth to make you think that. Nobody's fucking been to fucking South Pole, dude. No normal people.
Yes, they have. But if you're gonna argue that, I can argue that Polaris isn't technically the North Star, because it's not directly aligned on the northern celestial pole.
Well, you're just killing yourself then.
No, there's a northern and southern celestial pole, and that right there.
How come we haven't seen a picture of it?
We have. There's tons of pictures of it.
Where?
All over the internet.
Really? Okay, so then it should be very easy to find then, correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
That's why I was a flat earther.
You call it the Southern Cross, right?
Crux, I think.
Yeah, okay. Let me look it up for you. Cause so you don't like to deal with evidence. You just like to deal with ridicule. And so whoever's ridiculed the most, you go who's ridiculed the least.
No, I did a whole show explaining how flat Earth was a psyop and they have no evidence, and the Earth is obviously round.
That's just all talk.
I'm trying
you
to help
ain't
people.
No evidence during your show. I can tell by how you talk.
But the thing is, like what Lived It was saying, I'm all about God. I believe
his
in God.
name on here is Lived. It's not Lived It.
It is Lived It, his full name, but I'm all about the devils controlling Earth and lying to us and manipulating us, and there is a very, very small chance the Earth is flat. I will give you a very, very small chance. But
how much chance you give?
Like, I think there's more chance the Queen can shapeshift into a reptilian being.
I'm talking about percentage.
Alfred Draconis. Basically nothing. basically nothing that's flat. There's the evidence that it's round is just destroyed. Like, and
Okay, I can't find any pictures. Maybe you can, but I can't find any. Let me see it.
There's a lot that exists, but the problem is flat earthers don't accept evidence. They want to think the earth is flat. And if you go by the Bible, like, you can find a lot of evidence for the earth being flat, but there's that saying that the devil can quote the Bible, right? So
that's a saying, but I've never seen the devil quoted ever.
Well,
okay.
The whole idea behind the saying is that
I've seen him read it on TV and then remix it. That's the only thing I've seen.
But you can interpret the Bible a certain way. Like, the devil could interpret the Bible a way to benefit him. That's the whole idea behind the saying, right? So, and that I think that's true.
Wait, you believe in the Bible?
Yes, I believe it's
okay, so where's your firmament? Where's your firmament?
I think the Earth could be a sphere, but surrounded by something we can't, like, escape. I think the Earth could be geocentric. Like, maybe we don't revolve around the sun. These things are possible.
Which layer of atmosphere is your firmament, bro?
Well, I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but scientifically, the atmosphere gets thinner and thinner as you go up, and space isn't a true vacuum, but it's virtually a vacuum. So it's not like flat earthers will say, well, oh, there's atmosphere and then there's vacuum. It doesn't really work like that. Like, the atmosphere thins.
So you're not going to tell me what your firmament is. You're just going to keep talking, huh? You're not going to tell me what your firmament is? Huh?
Like, I think they lied about going to the moon. I think NASA...
What is your firmament, dude? Stop moving the goalposts. What is your firmament?
I don't know, man. Like,
okay, great.
I think it's... I'm just saying I think it's more possible.
No, that's the right answer. That's the right answer. But we told you what it is because we know. But that's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's the best answer you can give. I don't know until you are taught.
But I think I know it's a sphere. I think we can know it's not flat. So, but beyond what happens, because one thing I'll give flat earthers is it's really weird that the moon and the sun appear to be the same size in the sky. That's odd. That shouldn't naturally occur. I think the space agencies and our government are lying to us about maybe heliocentrism. We could be in a geocentric environment, or maybe we're in a heliocentric environment and they're lying to us about the Milky Way. Like, they're probably lying to us about our position in the cosmos, and it probably has to do with
there ain't no cosmos.
Separating
this video up on the screen.
Well, I think that science is trying to separate us from God. So, like, I do think flat earthers make some decent points, but I think the Earth is
put this video
objectively a sphere. Sure. Shit. Does it need audio?
No.
Okay, it's just a quick video.
It's got some stupid music going on.
It's on the screen, so people can see
there's your southern your pole star. Okay, a pole star doesn't move. Okay, you understand that? Polaris don't move. Okay, when it spins around, when the fucking firmament is spinning around in the sky and that's the center point. The center point stays in the center, and all the other stars circle around the center. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Polaris, okay? So you should see the same thing in the south, over Antarctica. So I don't see it on the screen.
This looks like Hawaii or something. Like,
really? It's Hawaii. Now we in Hawaii.
Where is this? There's like palm trees.
There's palm trees in fucking Antarctica, nigga.
There's palm trees in Antarctica?
I just made that up. I don't know where they shot this at. I gotta check it again.
I mean, there is a southern celestial pole. Flat earthers. That's the problem. Is like flat earthers have to argue so many things aren't true that are objectively true. That's why it's such a.
Man, that, your lips aren't evidence, my man.
Even and the whole point.
Show me the pole. Show me the pole in action, man. Show me it standing still.
Let's say
show me this car flipping up and down, upside down, and flipping back around, and flipping upside down again.
Let's say you convince me that the Earth is flat. Like, is that gonna help the child pedophile rings?
Yeah.
How does that? Okay, it does. Okay.
Yeah, because when people just go with the status quo and what's fed to them by the media and the propaganda that's fed to them, they believe anything, right? So they trust the government too much. The government should be trusted a little bit because they're a scourge unto the wicked, but they also are corrupt at the same time. So it might not be the top. I mean, the actual sincere government, but there's people who control the government who are extraordinarily wicked, and then they be clandestine military people. You know what I'm saying? That doggone branch off of the military and still be in the military doing their own thing, kind of like Iran Contra. You know what Iran Contra is, right?
Yes, kind of. Not
okay,
like super
so that's when the government, you know what I'm saying, took over the cocaine trade or some shit. So are they supposed to do that? No, bro. Google Earth don't work. And then you just showed a concave Earth on Google Earth. Okay, now, yeah, show me this southern cross spinning around by itself. You still showing me Google Earth because the Earth is concave. Your red line is straight, but the Earth is curving upward. Why does the Earth curve upward? Can't show me no Google Earth, nigga. Don't work on me. The Earth don't curve upward. It curves downward in your imagination. Okay, you look for that for a couple of days. And when I talk about this tomorrow, please have somebody intelligent on here so I can confound them too, okay? Can you look for somebody for me? Or what? You said, listen, you was gonna make a private chat for some niggas that was talking shit in your chat room. So find me somebody smart.
There you go.
You ain't just doing nothing but showing me Polaris.
This is Polaris. It says it's the crux.
Last 4 seconds captured something else.
It's not Polaris, dude. Because there's no star in the center. So
what the fuck are those super fast streaks going across it? Now where's this being shot from? It's being shot from Antarctica, huh? Show the very beginning. Why does it show where they're at?
P-Brain vid. This is in New Zealand.
How is that in the fucking New Zealand? That's the fucking ice wall we be talking about. fucking 100% computer generated shit. What the fuck are you looking at? I don't deal with cartoons, my man.
Eric Dubé explains them, I'm sure. What?
Okay, take you another. I'll give you 3 years to find it, and then you better be ready, because by that time we'll be free. Okay. So if you're not ready by the time we're free, you're gonna have a problem. Southern Cross, night sky. Okay. Nothing in the center. So go to Antarctica and show it. But you can't go there using Google Earth. You have to show a video from Antarctica up under the Southern Cross like everybody does for Polaris.
I guess ultimately, I don't know what the relevance of all of this is.
The relevance is that there's no South Pole, and scientists.
Well, then why does everyone say there is? Like, the thing is, dude, if it was so...
Hold on, don't cut me off. He asked me, what's the relevance? And so the answer is, okay, scientists regularly visit the North Pole, and they do ice ring tests, and they dig into the ice and tell you all kinds of shit about what happened to the Earth. They lying about that too. But they stand up on the Polaris and do videotape Polaris, and then they show the star trails that showing that Polaris stays in the center. Okay, but there's probably about 1,000 scientists at the South Pole too doing tests at the South Pole, and they've been doing that for fucking 60, 70 years. So they never sat there and recorded fucking the Southern Cross to prove that there's a South Pole, that there's a Southern Cross flipping up and down. Flipping around in clockwise motion, and everything else is going around it.
All right.
I don't think flat earthers really dispute that there's a South Celestial Pole. They just try to work their way around it. Like, it's people see it.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're saying.
So when someone takes off at JFK Airport and they go east and pass London and all of these places and cross over Eurasia and Beijing, and then they get over the Pacific and pass over California and go back to JFK, how does that happen on a flat Earth?
You ever played tetherball before?
Come on.
I
If they're lying to us about the shape...
I'm literally at a loss for words.
Dude, if they're lying to us about the shape, we can't get to point
Hold
A
on a
from
second,
point B.
man. Shut up, P. I'm trying to answer the man's question. So I asked him a question to answer his question.
And you left me at a loss for words, man. Literally.
I mean, it's a yes or no question.
No.
Okay. So if you look up that game, then you'll understand what Amaziah explained earlier. That the compass in your hand always points towards the North Pole. Okay? So on our little flat Earth, the North Pole is in the center of a bunch of circles, okay, and it's surrounded by an ice ring. So in the middle is the North Pole. So the compass is always pointing towards the North Pole. So as you're flying and orienting yourself to go east, you're always making sure that the compass is pointed at the North Pole. So you're flying in a circle to do that.
Roger.
Pretty sure that's not true. So.
No, I'm at a loss for words. Well, it is what it is.
I just wish we could not. This argument is going to go nowhere. Let's say everyone.
Who's the one arguing? Is it us or is it y'all?
Dude, let's say everyone on the Earth, all of a sudden tomorrow we wake up and they think the Earth is flat. We still are being lied to. The money is still enslaving us.
This is what I'm saying. I'm seeing a rapid rise of fascism, essentially, and I see liberties being greatly at stake. Yeah. In fact, we just need another rash.
About that. What's the shape of the Earth lived at? You know what I mean?
We just need a rash. We need a rash of a few more people get shot and killed unjustifiably by a few cops, and you see the new Justice Department your attorney general who had to step or recuse himself, he's soon going to have to leave. When you see how they respond to assault on your all-out liberties, I just wonder how all of this is ever going to matter with what we're seeing before our very eyes. I got people running into churches claiming sanctuary like this is the 1500s in France. And I just don't know how these type of discussions are. I don't know how this secures or informs the people. I really don't. I don't get
it. Okay, so my response to that is that the more right information that people have in their minds, the better they can navigate and do things about different things. You know what I'm saying? So that's just bottom line.
Did you say right information? That's the key word.
Yeah,
everybody has known that the Earth is a globe since the fucking 1700s. Okay, so then it got even more popular after World War One.
And we can all agree that slavery didn't exist
when
before.
the radio came out and they did War of the Worlds and they're talking about aliens came from the fifth dimension of the fifth galaxy, 17 trillion light years away. So
here's why what you're saying is bullshit, dude. Slavery existed.
Cut me off, but I'll let you go ahead and cut me off. Go ahead.
Slavery existed during the flat Earth. Slavery exists during the globe Earth. We're slaves. The shape of the earth doesn't fucking matter. We're gonna be slaves no matter what the shape of the earth is. Let's stop bickering over stupid shit and focus on things.
You're the only one bickering. Bald heads are the only one bickering.
No.
Flat earthers came out at sharing information about the flat earth. And then bald heads came out of everywhere saying, fuck you, it's the fucking ball.
That's bullshit. I infiltrated.
What's hurting your feelings?
Here, I was deeply involved in conspiracies for many years. I left it because I saw the way it was going, and then I came back because of, I'm bored in my personal life. Like, shit went the wrong way, and, shit's not great for me right now, so I'm just bored, and I'm doing this for fun. But, like, the way the conspiracy movement has gone is horrible. It's gone into like CGI planes. No one died on 9/11.
It's gone ridiculous.
And the Earth is flat. Like, let's focus on real things we can prove. This is nonsense. Like, why do I have to explain this to adults?
We already proved it many times. That's why there's so many millions of flat earthers.
You haven't proved it.
Yes, we have.
You have nothing. There's
millions of flat earthers now. About 3 years ago, there was only like fucking 50 to 100 flat earthers.
You guys get a lot of views and subscriptions because people are laughing.
Don't matter. We fucking winning, dude. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
That's all it's for. It's for the ratings.
Do you see any?
That's all it's for.
At least with 9/11, there was professors at universities that came out and said, "Hey, 9/11 is fucked up." There was architects and engineers. Where are the astronomers and like fucking satellite engineers against against round Earth? They don't exist because it's a lie. It's a joke. There's no proof. There's tons of evidence. It's a sphere. Like, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. This is all fucked.
Because you're offended.
No, I'm not offended. It's just like we're
hurting your ball.
No.
We're attacking your ball, and you're offended.
No, I want you to put your energy into something. No, I just think we should put our. You should put our energy. I would like to do a show about like real issues, not this like. But I feel like
we
have to talk
about my ball. I gotta go say something about it.
We have to.
To me, as a listener, this shit is the most stunning thing I've ever seen thus far.
But look at Kyrie Irving.
You saved us from the last. You got us into this hangout, P-Mars. You opened your hangout because in the last one we were having an adult conversation, it seemed like, and a kid went sideways and fucked it up, and we had to come here.
Yeah.
And so you looked out and you did that, and you were giving praise. Well, I wouldn't say praise. You just acknowledged, like, yeah, you're a cool dude, and this is why we listen to you, and a lot of people listen to you. Suddenly, now you're the enemy. You know, when I was over there, like just yesterday, I just met the group. I was a cool guy. It's okay, this, that, and the other. suddenly there's all this next shit. Like, it's stunning how fast this happened. Not even 24 hours. Not even 12 hours. I can't fucking believe it. Like, I can't believe it. And this is why when you mention righteousness or scientific knowledge or anything of it, who truly are lost to something, when they shoot back to you, fuck that bullshit, they're all scam artists, it's all bullshit. I see what they're talking about. And it's unfortunate.
Well, you gotta think about this, dude. They've been guiding alternative truth movements for before 9/11, like for like they guided the probably JFK conspiracy, right?
Are not evidence
And
at all.
they guide all these conspiracies into the ground. And with the advent of the internet, that just increases their ability to spread propaganda. We're dealing with propaganda masters. They can make us believe fucking anything, and we just gotta chill out.
It's
We
not,
need to
it's not
chill out
propaganda.
and not be like discussing the shape of the earth and be focusing on like
Your
core,
video's gonna be on my channel, so
That's true.
fundamental.
I agree.
The fundamentals.
I personally find it embarrassing discussing the shape of the Earth. It's embarrassing to
focus on
argue
the-
the point that it's
Why do
round.
you get involved with it then?
Because we know
I'll try
that flat
hoping-
earthers.
I'll try hoping.
I know that flat earthers are aware of the deception. I know flat earthers know we're being lied to, and they're just like lost. And I just want to like cradle them and be like, children, let's not think this stupid shit. I'm serious. Like that's what it is like. I'm sorry to say, but like,
Oh no, man.
it's gone like batshit crazy retarded. Like, let's gather our senses. Let's use our brains. Let's exercise your minds, and fucking let's focus our
It's
energy
come to
on
a
something
point where
better.
we're picking enemies at it's come to that point where friends are turning on friends over this debate.
They're
Yes.
supposed to.
For sure. I'm super drunk.
So that's another part of this. That's another part of this revealing of evidences that that we like to address, where there are people out here who want everybody to live together, kumbaya, and live in peace and harmony, as if that's possible, but it's not possible. So you know, that's just something you guys kind of lean towards. You just want to be cool. You want to.
All right, listen. Let's say why is NASA and the government and the rest of the world lying to us? What's the reason behind it?
Money.
Money.
I think that's the reason behind the flat Earth. I think the flat Earth people are
Well,
making money off
their
gold.
budget their budget last year was $19 billion, and they're not spending that on technologies to go to Mars and go to the moon and go and launch rockets. They're not spending that type of money on those things. So they're spending the money on other things. Okay, so they're just spending a tiny bit, about like something like $5 million on productions of hoaxes that are propagated as far as they possibly can, to get people to think what they want you to think. So, you know.
That seems to be far-fetched to me.
Well, no, I agree. NASA is propaganda, but the problem is the shape of the Earth. We don't have to rely on NASA. We knew the shape of the Earth before NASA. We don't have to appeal to authority. The fact that you can like get to point A to point
What was the shape of the Earth before NASA?
Hold on. We can get to point A to point B on a map.
You said we knew the shape of the Earth before NASA. What was the shape of the Earth before NASA?
A sphere.
Okay, when?
Whatever.
When was this?
You know, pear-shaped or whatever the fuck, if you want to get technical.
When was this?
When they discovered the other planets.
Like,
when are you talking about?
This is going back.
Galileo and Copernicus and all that shit, right?
Yep, back in them days.
Okay, so I keep telling you that people navigated way before then, and they got everywhere they need to go quite fine.
What's your point, though? What's the point?
My point is that you can navigate thinking that Earth is flat, because the Earth is fucking flat.
Okay, but we still have satellites. We still have like, look at the sun set. Look at the sun. so much evidence. Like the evidence for it being a
They
sphere is
navigated.
endless.
They navigated through the stars, and that's how they navigated around the world by the stars.
Right.
Doesn't matter if they thought the Earth was flat or not.
The stars
Did
also...
no difference.
If it doesn't matter, then why the fuck do y'all defend the ball so much?
Because
I'm saying it doesn't matter what they. Back in them days, if the Earth was flat or round, you can still navigate through the stars.
I know that. I'm asking you, if it doesn't matter, if it's flat or round, then why is it so difficult to believe that it's flat?
I'm saying it doesn't matter what they thought.
You're a funny guy, bro.
You see, you're trying to put words in
my mouth. Said 3 times. I'm not putting fucking words in your mouth. You said it doesn't matter whether the Earth is
what
round.
they thought.
What?
No, I didn't. I said it doesn't matter what they thought back in them days, whether the Earth was round or flat.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. You said I said it doesn't matter if the Earth is flat or round.
It doesn't make any sense. I could get in a plane in LA and fly to New Zealand, which is halfway around the world.
You offended because you think the Earth
And I
is a
get
ball.
there. How would I get to where my destination is on a flat plane? If they're lying to the pilots about the shape,
they're not lying to the
pilots don't notice this. Every pilot I've talked
they're not
to,
lying to the pilots about the shape. The pilots already grow up from fucking kindergarten thinking that the Earth is a globe, dude.
Is that why all the pilots I've talked to say that they see a curve? Because they're just
You ain't never talked to no pilots that said it was a curve.
I've talked to 2.
No, you haven't.
And one of them is a conspiracy theorist. And
no, you haven't.
And he was like irritated that I brought up the flat Earth because I'm sure.
So we're just supposed to just take your word for it, absent of all the evidence.
No, you don't have to take. No, you can. There's no evidence.
Okay, so if we don't have to take your word for it, why do you keep bringing up your pilots that you think you talk to in your imagination?
Because flat earthers are like gyroscopes prove the Earth is flat, but they don't. That's bullshit. They don't understand science. Like all flat Earth has done is created a bunch of videos.
There's no such thing
on
as a
YouTube.
spherical gyroscope.
Because of you gotta take scale into account. The Earth acts like a flat plane, but it's still a ball because we're so small. And that's what flat earthers fail to understand. That's why they think like we should be flying off the ball because we're spinning so fast. But we're only spinning once per day.
Why are all the other planets around? Why is that?
You never spoke to a flat earther before?
God damn it.
Huh?
They don't. They just won't. They won't listen to anything.
Have you ever spoken to a flat earther before, Al?
Yeah, many times. Unfortunately.
And did you ask every last one of them that same question?
I asked all of them the same question. All give me different answers. What's your answer?
So why are you asking me?
All give me different answers. So I want to see your answer.
Okay, well.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, me, in particular, okay, me personally, okay, I don't have all the answers, okay, so I'm gonna try to answer this the best I can. Okay, I don't see any spherical planets like you see. Okay, you accept pictures that are not real photography. Okay, and then when you look at them through the telescope, you can't notice a spherical shape. All you notice is a flat shape. So that's what I know. That's what I see. So I'm using my observations to answer your question. Okay, now, other than that, even if they were spheres, that doesn't mean that we have to be a sphere as well, because we could be a pool table and with spheres on top of it. I just don't understand why it bothers ballers so much. If they
because you just said we're a pool table.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not bothered by it. Like, again, at a certain point, I just say, whatever. Like, to me, again, it has no relevance to me. Like I see there are much more pressing matters that I'm looking at, scientifically and
that's
social.
legitimate.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
can
legitimate.
I ask
But
Lived a
that's a different
question?
topic, though. That's a different topic. So,
But a
all
discussion began like that,
Can I
because
ask
we were
Lived-
on the other hangout, and the topic was religion and politics, and it was starting to shift. And then somehow it just went off into the weeds in this.
Yeah, LaRon challenged Amaziah to a flatter discussion. So then that's when it changed. So now that's another topic. That's what I'm saying, that all topics matter. Okay, so you got to get to the truth of every topic. So this is just one of the topics that's available. But we can talk about geopolitics too now.
You know, when you had the conspiracy stuff, well, so-called conspiracy, because I don't think everything's a conspiracy, but when you had people talking about 9/11, a lot of it was not conspiracy. That's why most of the 9/11 Commission report was redacted and shit. So it wasn't really conspiracy. You know, that was a quick way to disavow people or dismiss them. You're a conspiracy theorist. But even with them, when they were talking about that, it was related to the event of 9/11. They were saying, hey, the government's in on it and people are in on it. And they were talking about a fascism that we're now seeing come to fruition before our very face. But with this, I really don't see how it would affect one's faith. I really don't see how it would affect how we relate to each other at all. Not even a little bit. Like if it's a play on semantics in terms of how someone views what Isaiah says about the world being round, if it is a play on semantics and someone says, no, that means it's flat, and then the rest of us are saying, no, it's true, the world is round, I don't see how it affects anyone's faith at all. I don't. Like, I don't see how it has any relevance at all.
Right.
But when it came to 9/11, it does have relevance.
Doesn't interest you much.
But by the way,
it obviously interests me if I'm listening.
By the way, I'm sharing
But I'm listening to find out where it has relevance, and I don't see any relevance.
Hold on. By the way, I'm share screening the South Celestial Pole, which disproves the flat Earth. Which many things. No, I am right now. I'm screen sharing it. This is from someone in the chat, Mr. B, who's been involved in trying to bring the truth to flat earthers, but they refuse to listen to the truth for some reason. And we're just trying to tell you guys, like, I'm all on board the conspiracy shit. I just want you guys to focus your energy on something that matters, like what Liv did.
Dude, Israelites focus their energy on every topic. We don't dismiss any topic. Okay, so you're talking crazy. All right, now for what I'm saying is this right here. My man, Justice, is it Justice or Justin? My man Lived. He said this doesn't matter to him. So that tells me that it doesn't matter to him. I can only go by what he says. Okay, so now because it doesn't matter as much as the fascism that's rising up, then it wouldn't take the time to really study this in depth, because all we do in these discussions is just show quick glimpses of stuff, and then you guys we show 20 different evidences, and then you guys just
we're showing this South Celestial Pole right now.
Hold on a second, man. I heard what you said.
Right. Okay,
so I'm saying that you guys just kind of like skim over each evidence and just come up with two imaginary pilots, Captain Proton and somebody else, Dr. Proton, and then these pilots ridiculed you and laughed at you, and then so now you're back on the ball team, and then your boyfriend got mad at you, and you went back to a ball thing. So your ridicule don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not evidence, dude. So you guys do that with every single piece of different evidence that we give. You give the same ridicule all the way through the presentation. You never change up your ridicule. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You haven't taken.
Hold on. I'll just be real quick. You can talk. Lived it, but there's two celestial poles. I showed evidence of it. If there's two celestial poles, there can't be a flat Earth. That's that. There's lots of evidence besides that, but I just
is that video in the back chat?
Yeah, let Lived talk though. You talked for a while.
I'm not finna talk.
Okay, I want to hear what Lived said. I interrupted him.
I'm not finna talk.
Okay, I'm just.
I don't got much to say. I tend to perceive certain things or believe that I perceive certain things. And to me, when you're having a discussion about something and it's supposedly relevant, I tend to perceive when it's really about, like as he said, winning, quote unquote, just winning a debate and an argument or something like this. To me, it's useless. Like, to me, that is the type of mentality and shit that keeps people divided. It keeps everything the way it is. It maintains the status quo. Because again, when I look at this whole argument, and if it turns on someone's interpretation of what they think they understand of the Bible or something like this, fine, whatever. Do they believe in God? Do you fear God? Okay, well, you're on the same team. Then just, move on. There are more pressing matters. But where they differ is right there. They will say, nope, because you don't agree with me, that means you're not a believer either, this, that, and the other. And this is when you see it's just about winning, quote unquote, winning. And I have no interest in that. It's not an attack on anybody. I just tend to perceive when that's really what it is. And that's why all the over talking and all of that, and why it started to get slick and greasy earlier, even with me. I understand what it is, and I don't, whatever. They're more pressing matters.
You didn't put the video in the back check, my man.
I posted a live stream of NASA in the Hangouts.
They don't accept. They don't accept NASA though, so you can't.
I'm talking about the
Southern.
Southern.
Okay, it's fake apparently. Okay.
I'm talking about the Southern Cross video that we just showed.
You want to post the link in the Hangouts?
Yeah, I want to review the video over and over again to see.
All right.
I review evidence. I don't know what you guys do.
Yeah, that's as you should. I'm gonna do it. Just give me a second. Here we go. That's not the right link. Shit, 1 second.
Where are you posting the link, PMAS? Oh, there it is.
That's the wrong one, though. Get the right one. It's Mr. B. He's I've seen him in a lot of flat Earth.
Why didn't he come in here and answer my question about what can fly at 19 million feet?
I don't know. He says he's mic shy.
Yeah, I figure he is. He would be mic shy.
That's his video.
It gotta be mic shy.
Southern Cross.
Okay.
I've talked to him. He seems very knowledgeable, way more than me. I'm not great at the scientific aspect. I'm just good at the psychology and propaganda.
Okay.
I kind of hate science, actually. Like, I would have argued. I tried to argue for the flat Earth. I wanted it to be flat. I thought it'd be cool as fuck and hilarious. But I've looked at it for 6 months, maybe more, and I haven't got one piece of evidence that's really convinced me that I could, like, really... If I wanted to argue versus
you don't review evidence. I told you to review the flight patterns evidence for flat Earth.
If I went to try to argue flat Earth versus people who know what they're talking about, I get wrecked, and that's what I see with every flat earther trying to argue it. That's why I see what's happening now is flat earthers are banning open discussion because they know they have nothing and they get destroyed in every debate.
Okay.
I'm not dude. I'm not trying to be mean. And I don't think you're stupid. I don't think you're stupid, by the way. I don't think flat earthers are stupid in general. Because I thought the earth was flat for a minute. So I'll admit it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't think it's a stupid or crazy concept, but it's just not true after I've done the research.
You haven't done any research.
That's what all the flat earthers say to me.
I know for a fact.
I'm not trying to be... I don't know what else to do.
I asked you specifically to look up flight patterns for flat Earth.
Yes, but that's the problem is because I've looked at that research and the flat earthers are wrong from what I've seen. In fact, one time I seen a flat earther say, if this flight path exists, then the Earth is a globe. And then they took that flight path and they filmed it, and they go, well, this proves it's flat Earth. So it's like they say it proves it's a globe, but then they do it in real life. They realize that it actually is real, and then they say, oh, it proves it's a flat Earth, because they're making money off the flat Earth. And the flat Earth is all about making money. This is my opinion.
Okay, that's great.
Based off my research.
Explain to me.
There you go.
What? Okay, that's great. Now, explain to me what's wrong with the flight patterns, flat Earth explanation.
Okay, well, for one, they'll say, oh, in the southern hemisphere, they fall off the GPS. GPS isn't real. Satellites aren't real. Derp, derp. Go do actual research, and you'll find that they fall off the GPS because in the northern hemisphere, like, all the GPS is owned by, like, one corporation. But in the southern hemisphere, it's owned by a bunch of different corporations. So they fall off one map of a corporation and they appear on another. And it's easily explained. But flat earthers will, like, cherry pick the data and information and warp it to fit their false reality and fake lie.
I'll take it in the further part. Like God said that he makes his word plain for the babes and the simple. And yet these ones will come up with these concocted, overly complex things that you got to... It's just like listening to the atheists who believe in the transformer myths. They come up with these things, and the more they spin, they dig themselves into a hole. That's why at some point I just say, you know, it is what it is. But where I part with them is, this is the only discussion where they'll say, if you don't feed into our theory or conspiracy or whatever, i.e., you don't believe in God. Even with the 9/11 conspiracies, which weren't really conspiracies. You know, you can't tell me Building 7 fell for no fucking reason. But no one was saying, oh, if you don't ascribe to this conspiracy, then that means you don't give a shit about 9/11, you ain't a patriot, this, that, and the other. But these ones, they'll tell you right away, it means you're not a believer. Like, you know, and that tells me everything I need to know. Like, I know what this is.
Okay. Now, the Bible says circle of the earth. So now, if you ask any babe to draw you a circle, and he's going to draw a circle. He's not going to draw you a ball, dude. So when you go into the definition of it for the linguists out there that try to say, oh, you got to understand it from the Hebraic perspective. They thought differently, and you got to go into the original language. Okay, so we got experts on that too. So the word is still a fucking circle. So Isaiah's smarter than us, and he put circle there for a reason, because he clearly knew what a ball was, because he used the word ball in another passage. So we're not spinning anything. So it's very clear to a babe what a circle is. So that's how that goes.
And said. And so again, like I think you guys kind of hammered this one out at length, huh? Like I know it's had to be over 2 hours, probably. No,
man, you should see, man.
We're on 3 hours, dude.
This is a short discussion compared to.
It's fucking insane.
I've talked with them before too, and I've gotten.
It's insanity. Like, it's insanity. And the whole time there's bloodletting and all types of shit fixing to hit. And this is why I say it's about, like, in their own words, winning. It's not, you know, what they would call winning. Again, the relevance to me, I don't see it. But here's what I do know. I know all the other issues are relevant. And they will steer clear from things like that.
I don't understand.
Because, again, it's about winning.
It's
about winning.
You and me lived it. We both are like, okay, whatever. Let's drop the subject and let's agree that there's real things with better evidence that we can talk about, and they still want to talk about the shape of the earth. That's fucking weird.
I just stumbled into this shit because, you know, I don't follow this shit. I don't, you know, you've heard me before. I don't, you know, I just stumbled onto it, and I'm glad it happened. Like, you know, this internet stuff is weird, man. Like, it don't take long. It don't take long for you to start to see things. But again, there are more pressing matters, and all those pressing matters fall on deaf ears. Like, no one cares, and then everybody's going to scream later. I happen to think that before the 4th of July, even people who or quote unquote not far right or not racist or something like this, I happen to think everybody's going to be grabbing their head before the 4th of July saying, oh my goodness, what have we done? And it's not a topic of discussion. We're talking about whether or not the world is flat. I don't get it.
You're a Marine, so can you see where that would be a military tactic to get us talking about that shit rather than,
Wholeheartedly, but I wouldn't even say military because it's older than that. There's always been a tactic of deflection and others, anything to keep the masses focused on anything else. This is why the Romans built the Colosseum. Long before then, this is why they had games. There's always something to keep these characters, keep the sheep eating the grass. Don't let them focus on the rest of the farm. And it's worked throughout all time. Here we are in 2017 talking about a flat earth.
Isn't it crazy? You see they can't
just had a fucking fascist elected president, leader of the free world. This is what we're talking about.
A reality show.
Well,
basically.
see, everyone has expertise on different matters. Okay, so you got a tennis player. You wouldn't tell the tennis player. You wouldn't tell as Venus Williams to join the 1990s Bulls. You know what I'm saying? With Jordan on there. You see what I'm saying? So that's important to realize. Okay, so the book tells us that the body is made up of many different body parts, and they do what they do. Okay, so now Israelites focus on every facet of society. So we already know the prophecies. Okay, the prophecies tell us that whatever the governments decide to do is going to, and there's nothing that we can do to stop it because it's God's plan. That stuff is too big for us to deal with. But we can still as much reality about geopolitics as possible to the world leaders the best we possibly can, but they don't listen to us. And we got a literal media blackout that we're not allowed on big shows and shit. This one female Israelite had to act like she was a normal girl protesting what she say, Halloween. She was either Halloween or Christmas. I can't remember. I think it was Christmas. She was protesting Christmas because she had become an Israelite. So she doesn't celebrate Christmas anymore, and her family didn't comprehend why she wasn't celebrating Christmas, and saying that she's ruining her kids' lives and stuff like that. So she went on Dr. Phil's show and talked about that. And Dr. Phil ambushed her, and she kept her composure real well and explained, why she doesn't celebrate Christmas. So that's what I'm saying. People have different expertise to do these things, whatever their experiences are. So you're a military person, so you focus on military things, but Israelites focus on every single topic. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that makes sense on its face when you hear it, but I'm not talking about military. It's very rare. I have to be asked a direct question. It's very rare that I even delve into military topics because it matters to me. I got brothers in Arlington. I should be there more than likely. And I just don't get into the weeds with people who I know don't understand, or they'll make light of it. You heard that kid, that so-called smart kid on your channel that we were on before. He was talking all that jazz about how nice and contrite he is and all that shit. It took him a couple of seconds, and he was making jokes about people jumping out of the Twin Towers on 9/11, right? When he was fucking 10 years old. I don't know, maybe he was 1 when it happened. You heard the cocksucker. He was saying that here about other civilians like him. So I rarely bring up military topics because I know people don't understand. Okay? They call but what I'm saying is I don't bring up military. It's very rare that you'll hear me speak on it unless I'm directly asked, because I get upset when people take it lightly and I just don't do it. What I'm talking about are things that should affect any and everyone's life, whether or not you are an Israelite or whatever the case, like you said, focus on different topics. A tennis player does focus on tennis and not basketball. However, a tennis player as an athlete knows how critical it is to stay hydrated with water and to work out, things like this. These things she shares with any athlete on earth. Just like when we speak of fascism or a run on your civil liberties or a run on your rights outright. Like when we speak on these things, you don't got to be a fucking subject matter expert. You just got to be an adult.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we can make that the topic for tomorrow and talk about fascism. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what we were talking about before the flat Earth came up, but all I heard was the trolling, and you know what I'm saying. So I wasn't really paying much attention.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Like I'm interested, but it's doubtful that I would do that. At least, like I seen some things here today, and you were here. You know, I'm a little shocked, not much. You know, I kind of expect the shit. You know, there's a reason why I didn't pay attention to a lot of things as a kid. I could see shit, but yeah, I got a bit of, you know, I don't think so. You know, no disrespect to you guys or anything. Do what you do, like, but I think I just maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see what it is now. I'm good.
See, I got into flat Earth. One thing that attracted me was the whole idea that the Jesuits were behind the putting the sun at the center. And if you think of it, that like a sun worship cults in the past, and the Jesuits worship the sun, and putting the sun at the center is sort of a theology. It's about God, the old gods, ancient, and there's something to cosmology and religion. Like they seem to be connected if you look at the history, the mythologies, the people who talk about astrotheology. So that's what kind of intrigued me. But after I really gave the flat Earth a chance, I really looked at both. I tried to look at it objectively. I looked at both sides, try to not have cognitive dissonance. I think it's hard. I think humans are easily fooled. So I don't think anyone's stupid for thinking the Earth is flat, and we're all cool. I'm cool with all my flat Earth friends, but I just really think it's a sphere after all the evidence comes in. So I don't know. I'm glad you guys came on. It was cool to have this discussion because I did a show about how I thought flat Earth is a psyop before this conversation. You guys probably didn't hear, but because the Masons, if you go through the history, the Masons are behind all these like flat Earth cults that have sprung up, and the Masons are behind a lot of the offshoot religions from the Catholic Church, like, you know, the Mormons, the Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, like, list goes on. So I think these like Masons are all about creating these weird debates and cults to get us. I think it's a psyop thing.
The ancient text calls it strange doctrine.
Yeah.
All of this silly shit.
So anyways, I don't know, do you guys want to end the show or what?
I guess we're not changing the topic, so.
I mean, we've been talking for like 3.5 hours.
Everybody's tired of hearing about it tonight, so.
It's pretty late. It's a good point to end, I think, if you guys are all cool with that. I don't want to like cut anyone off.
No, good attempt, Mars. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna stifle your free speech. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want.
I don't even mean to stay up this late. It's just, you know.
I mean, I'm passionate really about the truth, honestly, and I think I really want us as a truth community to focus on real shit, but not like unite, because we all have our own thing that we specialize in. We're good. And this whole idea that we need to unite under the flat Earth or the 9/11 or the Sandy, like, no, we know we're being lied to. Let's all investigate shit. Let's focus on like easy to prove things, because there's enough. Trust me, there's enough conspiracies that are like way more evidence that we can prove. And when we talk to people, we can win arguments. If you're gonna try and argue the flat Earth with people, you're not gonna win. The science I think we live in a scientific dictatorship, and I don't like science. But the science is just going to crush you. You're going to lose
debating the flat
arguments.
earth for 2 years. I won every debate I ever been in.
Really?
I mean, it's not about winning like the man said. For me personally, I know people who do that. You know what I'm saying? Who just they'll argue anything, even if it's untrue, and just want to win. But for me personally, it's just about trying to.
I don't know, man.
For me, it's about trying to demonize the Pope's power and the Jesuits' power, and expose them as the synagogue, the chief house of Satan. Okay,
I think
so
that I'm totally with you there. That's why, like, we're sitting here arguing about the shape of the Earth, but we probably agree on more than we disagree. I'm totally with you on that, and we know we're being lied to, and I don't know. I just think our energy has been wasted within these truther communities bickering over bullshit, and we need to focus on. We gotta keep our eye on the prize.
We need to focus on everything. Everything matters.
What I can tell you is that the enemy is on the move, and I told someone about ideology at the end of November. I said, the wolves are in the tree line licking their chops at what they see as a very fat with vanity, swollen with pride, willfully ignorant, delightfully hateful group of motherfuckers who are running around thinking that, everything's just got to go on the way it is, and there's no threat. Things are just going to be this way, and you can keep bullshitting and keep laughing and grab-assing, and everything's fine. Before your very eyes, you're watching things happen almost on a weekly basis now that are stunning, and nobody's saying nothing. So keep it up. It won't take long.
I kind of got what you said, but I kind of didn't at the same time. So like, is it illegal or risky for you to identify who you're talking about? Because if it is, then I won't ask you to do that.
It's very clear who I'm talking about. The ignorant among us, the willfully ignorant among us as a population. Those that will choose to believe in quote unquote all of this silliness, this fake news and all this bullshit. People who know something is a lie and will debate whether or not it's true or not. People who will distract and deflect while we have literally like a run on the banks in 2008. We're having a run on the civil liberties of people in this country, which will circle the world since we are premier in the world. Freedom is under attack, and everyone is just, they got other things on their mind. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he's talking about like the masses who are asleep watching reality TV and watching sports.
Other than thinking that all truth don't matter, because it does. Now, it's pretty easy to for us to explain the prophecies and why we may seem kind of lackadaisical about making an army and stuff like that, because my community has been recruiting an army since 1969, and then we don't have any numbers. Okay, so we got probably about 1 million people around the globe that know that they're Israelites, and they don't come together, they don't move together in the same community, they don't live together in the same city, so they're already scattered everywhere. They don't, they're not trying to do what I think is important to do, which is to form an army and form a nation and have elections. So, that's not my fault. But once this money comes in, then I'll probably have a louder voice to do that. And I'll invite anybody on that platform when I get there. Right now, I'm at the bottom.
I understand what you're saying. I think, though, if you come together and form a nation, they're going to infiltrate you somehow. and corrupt it.
Okay, that's great.
That
doesn't deter me for 1 second. I'm gonna continue to do what the Bible says to do. It says to gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, and to form a nation. That's what it says to do. It says, come out of her, my people. Her being Babylon. So that means first with your mentality and then with your physicality. But you can't build a nation without bread. So that's in the works as well. Anybody in the way is gonna get ran over. It's just bottom line. I'm trying to get to the stove. Don't stand in front of my vehicle when I'm trying to get to the stove.
Well, I hear you on all of that, and best of luck. But for me personally, for the nation that I am a part of, the United States, I think we're entering a phase very akin to what it felt like before the Goths hopped the gate with Rome. And I think the fall will be harder, it'll be worse. I think we're heading in that direction, and it deeply concerns me. Deeply.
I agree with you. I think they're trying to destroy America right now. It's pretty obvious.
They almost got it. They got the chief troll of the past
Trump,
10 years, who is now the executive officer.
Yeah,
the original troll, the originator.
And they have the alternative media thinking.
Well, they said it. They said it live on TV. They said it live on TV in color, where people could hear them all around the world. That skeleton buzzard from Jersey looked directly in the camera and said, "Alternative fucking facts." No one batted an eye. I thought people were going to lose their mind. Nothing. There are a few late night jokes. Our people, my people, American people, are officially lost. And like I said, the wolves are in the tree line looking at a very fat, arrogant, evil, spoiled, rotten American eagle flapping around on the ground. And pretty soon, it's going to be time to pay the bill.
Yeah, before China was China, it was a whole bunch of different locations, border locations. And, they were kind of tribal. And then the empire kind of put them under one umbrella, but they want the whole world under one umbrella too. So that's what empires do. They battle back and forth over land and resources. That's just what happens. And
too many things are coming to a head. It's like squeezing a water hose. Too many things are coming to a head. There's this rampant hatred for God. Like you can't even, if you mention God, then probably the next 2 years is going to be like saying a racial slur in public somewhere. Like it's going to be frowned upon. It's already frowned upon. There's a hatred for God, and there's developing a hatred for freedom. I think Hermann Goering was right. Hitler too. They all said it. Like you can get these people to beg you to take their freedom. I watched along with you and the rest of the world.
When they took prayer out of schools in 1972, I think it was, and from 1973 to now, all crime has gone straight through the roof, and abortion was made legal in 73, and abortion went through the roof. That's I think that's the number is 50 million aborted babies. And 95% black babies.
And the sad thing about that, like I don't necessarily oppose abortion. I don't have children. I don't oppose. I ducked all of those fucking. And it's sad that I even got to say this, but I ducked all of those traps. And it's sad to be a man alive today, approaching midlife, 36 years of age, and to say that I look at at least when I was young, I looked at the idea of having a kid as like a trap. And the reason I say that is because whoredom is sanctioned. Bird bitches and sanctioned. That was when I was there. They used to call it the 90s women, this, that, and the other. Now it's ratchet, bird, dot, whatever. It's the same shit. They sanctioned like a Jezebel spirit type shit. And so a lot of those babies that were aborted, they weren't aborted because the woman's health was at risk, even though I guess you can argue anytime there's a pregnancy, a woman could die. I'm not a woman. I won't speak to it. It is their choice. But most of those babies, we, as reasonable men, know most of them was because a bitch either didn't want it or she couldn't trap the guy off. She realized she couldn't trap him, or
This is how hardcore the PMAR show is, ladies and gentlemen. We get so close to the truth, we get kicked. We get trolled. You think I'm gonna have an open discussion with you, Bulldog? You think you can take over my show? You're a fucking idiot. You're never welcome on any of my shows. The earth is not flat. Any flat earther want to come on? Do you want to come on and debate me? Satanic Light? Any flat earther is welcome to come on and debate me right now. Fucking idiot. You think you have control of my show, Bulldog? The war? Oh my goodness. Why are you gonna start a war with me? Because they don't want you on my show? Payback for what? What are you gonna do to me? Yeah? Yeah? Do you want to come on the show right now, Bulldog? You want to come on and act like a little baby? You want to come on? Do you want to come on, baby, Bulldog? Oh shit. Let's see here. Calling you, Bulldog. What's up? You're unavailable. Yeah, and I just called you. Now you can be on it again. Come on. Come on the show, Bulldog. Bulldog, I just called you. You can come on. Like, just answer the call. You did? Join the call. We can talk. You can be on the show. You're the star. Oh, fuck's sake, dude. Are you gonna come on, Bulldog? Okay. I don't understand. I don't understand what your deal is, Bulldog. Here, I'll post the link for you. I can't. Shit. Have a drink and think about it. Boom. I mean, I pretty much do. There's really nothing anyone could really do to me. I mean, I'm trying to be nice to people here. You know why I kicked you is because we were having a good conversation. And I know how you are. You're just an asshole troll. Trying to joke around and insult people. Which is cool. So I created this hangout for you. Right? So why don't you join it and we can have a conversation? Here's the thing, Bulldog. You can abuse me. I don't want you to abuse the people on my panel. That's what's going on. Because the last time I had you on the panel, you doxed A4. Now, granted, A4 is an asshole and deserves it, but I can't trust you. Every time I see you on a panel, you're being a jerk to people. I fired the first bullet. You can come on right now. Here's the link. I invited you. I called you. Come on. What did I do to you? I'm giving you a panel right now. This is what you wanted, right? I don't understand. You sniped the panel, so there's no panel. This is what you want. You want to come on the show? Come on the show. So why are you mad at me? I don't understand why you're mad at me. And I don't understand how I fired the first bullet. I was having people on the panel who are already hard to moderate, right? You are a very hard person to moderate. I'm trying to host panels where people can speak, right? And there's intelligible conversation. Okay? So, I kicked you because I know that you overtalk people, and we already had... I lost. Okay. Okay. Well, you can come on right now. I'll keep posting the link to you. Come on. You have the panel, Bulldog. What do you gotta say? Why are you mad at me? It makes no sense. I'm giving you an opportunity to talk alone to well, no shit. I'm trying to help people that are flat earthers see the truth. So why are you mad at me? What is your issue with me? I don't understand. I'm trying to be a nice guy. Anyone can come on the panel. Come on the panel, Bulldog. You have no reason to be mad. You have the full panel to yourself. Look, I keep posting the link. I posted it like 5 times. Come on the panel. You have no reason to be mad. Here's your platform. Talk. Say what you want to say. I won't boot you. I was doing a shit job. Okay. I don't understand why you're mad at me, man. I let you come on my panel and dox Adam, and I didn't even give you a hard time or say shit to you. All I wanted was to, we had 4 people on the panel, and I just wanted to keep it to that, because I didn't want a lot of, I would have been cool if we had a non-aggressive personality on the panel, but you're like a definite alpha, right? Bulldog, can we agree that you're like the alpha master of the world? The best arguer, and you're right all the time. You were way too alpha to be on that panel. You'd have messed up the flow. That's the only reason why I kicked you. I was just trying to have a good panel. I'm not trying to be a dick. We can if you want to be a guest, I'll set up a whole show for you. Like, I'll do whatever the fuck you want. That's not Bulldog. It looks like Bulldog. Okay. Oh. Well, whatever, man. Alright, well, people destroyed the show, whatever, cool. I mean, that's about ready to end anyways. Yeah, alright. Shout out to Hoven Trendmaker. Fuck's sake.